lunch was great, but this traffic is awful.
Can we stop at a bathroom?
Are you all right?
I keep having stomach issues after eating, like diarrhea, gas and bloating, abdominal pain, and sometimes oily stools.
Sound familiar? Those stomach issues may actually be a pancreas issue called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. Creon pancrelipase may help manage EPI. Creon is a prescription medicine used to treat people who can't digest food normally because their pancreas doesn't make enough enzymes.
Creon may increase your chance of fibrosing colonopathy, a rare bowel disorder. Tell your doctor if you have a history of intestinal blockage or scarring or thickening of your bowel wall, if you are allergic to pork, or if you have gout, kidney problems, or worsening of painful swollen joints. Call your doctor if you have any unusual or severe gastrointestinal symptoms or allergic reactions. Take Creon as directed by your doctor and always with food. Do not chew capsules as this may cause mouth irritation. Other side effects may include blood sugar changes, gas, dizziness, sore throat, and cough. These are not all the side effects of Creon. Call 800-633-9110 or visit creoninfo.com to learn more. That's creoninfo.com.
I'm asking my doctor about EPI and if Creon could help.
Twin Peaks. Eats, drinks, scenic views.
Josh and Swain is brought to you by Junk Be Gone. Rent any dumpster at regular rate and get 2 extra days free. Junk Be Gone, the bee's knees of junk removal for 2 decades.
Looks, fires the slant pattern complete. Jason Swain breaks a tackle.
It's time to kick off 3 hours of fair and honest discussions that go beyond the headlines of today's sports teams. From the Budweiser studios of 99.1, the Sports Animal. Here's a couple of guys with over 30 years of combined knowledge of Tennessee sports.
Touchdown, Tennessee! Jason Swain!
Here's Josh and Swain.
Good Wednesday afternoon. Welcome in to Josh and Swain. Thank you for being with us today. We are very excited to be with you on another beautiful day here in East Tennessee. We have a lot to talk about over the next 3 hours. May 20th. It's a little more than a week and a half to go in May. Then it'll be June.
Don't do it, Josh.
You know what happens after that, Swain?
After May?
Yeah.
Well, it's June.
Right. June only has 30 days.
Yeah.
July has SEC Media Days and a 4th of July holiday.
Yeah, that's the only important day in that month.
And then after that, football begins. So a hop, skip, jump, and it's football season. We're that close.
Yeah, man, that's how I look at it. It's football season at the moment the fall camp starts. I mean, the first game of the season is, September, end of August. But the first day of practice, the first day you report, that's officially, in my book, the beginning of the season.
There are off-season hurdles. So you have the spring meetings that take place with the different conferences. Those have begun around the country. The SEC will take place next week. They always go to beautiful locations, too. Out in California for the Big Ten.
They should go to beautiful locations.
SEC's going to Destin.
They should go to beautiful locations. You think they're going to say, hey, let's get together, coaches, and let's meet in Mississippi?
I think they should. I think just like they move media days around, the NFL is now moving the draft around. I think the SEC should show respect to its league members. They should go to Starkville. They should go to Fayetteville. They should come to Knoxville. Yes, I do think that.
Yeah, you'll have some coaches leave the SEC for that reason and go to the Big Ten. They'll ask them why. And they'll pull Lane Kiffin move. Well, I had to leave because, the SEC meetings were in the hood. So just a lot better being, Southern California for a big conference meeting rather than being, in the projects somewhere in Mississippi.
We do have updates from the Big Ten. They're trying to expand the college football playoff. We have some more details on that for you this afternoon.
Oh, there's a coach from the Big Ten that wants to expand it more that it could possibly be expanded.
The more the merrier.
And I knew it. Remember yesterday, or maybe it was Monday, you're like, guess what Big Ten coach said this? I was like, it's that damn Bielema, ain't it? It's that Bielema, ain't it? He's like, no, it's not him. Well, 2 days later, here he is. Let's expand it to 64 teams. Let's get as many in there as possible. That's that Bielema for you, man. You got to be careful what you say, though, because he kicked our butt in the bowl game. So
yeah.
You can't say too much about him.
He is coming off a victory against Tennessee.
And
Bielema does have a line when he offers up the more the merrier idea. But reading this quote from On3.com, Illinois coach Brett Bielema on the idea of an expanding college football playoff said, personally, I would love to see as many teams included as humanly possible. It can't go to 64. I'm not talking about that. I think somebody floated 32 last year or something like that. Was that Drinkwitz? Was he the 32 man?
I wonder why.
Said, I've never been at one of the traditional blue bloods, but I do feel that if you give somebody with a pretty good football team 2 weeks to prepare, I really learned that when I was in the NFL. When you had that 2-week lead-in to the Super Bowl, it's just a different preparation, and that equalizes becoming really more balanced. Anybody can get anybody.
No.
Yeah, I don't think that's true.
I mean, I hate to be like, no, the expert here is wrong, because Bielema's the expert. He's the one who's coached college football way longer than us. That's not right. That's not right. It's
right to a certain stopping point, and I think we stop well before we get to teams 24 through 32.
Like
against number 1, 2, 3.
We could have prepared for Ohio State for 6 months.
When that 6 months was up, the butt whooping was coming.
Yeah, whenever y'all ready, this butt kicking is happening. Y'all can prepare all you want to. Prepare all you want to. And that just wasn't for us. That was for any team. You could have 3 weeks, 2 weeks,
right.
2 months, 5 months. It doesn't matter. Ohio State was whooping Fanny. Okay,
that's what was happening.
That's what was happening. So the notion that Bielema,
that was with Tennessee as a top 10 team.
Exactly. The notion that Bielema feels like 2 weeks of preparation. You never know what might happen in any given game. No, we know what's going to happen. Belt to backside. That was going to happen regardless.
And you can't use the Super Bowl as the example. Those are
professional athletes.
Those are professional teams, and they're not always going to be the two best teams, but they are for sure two of the best teams preparing for one another in the NFL.
Comparing round one of the NCAA football playoffs to the Super Bowl. Like, Bielema, stop, man. Stop it, please. But I love his quotes.
I do, too.
I love his quotes.
I always enjoy hearing from Brett Bielema.
Yeah, it's good to have him back in college football.
Yep.
I can't say the same for Will Wade. I hope he goes away.
Your guy over there.
I hope Will Wade goes away.
What's he doing down in Baton Rouge? He found another.
Go away, Will Wade.
That's 3 pros in 3 days.
Go coach NBA. Go coach overseas. Let's get Will Wade banned for something. Let's pull up his FanDuel account, DraftKings account. I know he has one. Let's get him out of here, man. Golly.
His latest prospect, I'll do my best on the first name pronunciation, but Selu Niang, who was drafted by the Cavs with the 58th overall pick in the 2025 draft. So this would be the second player in as many days from the 25 draft. I guess it's the same day with R.J. Lewis Jr. yesterday and then Niang later in the day. Now, Niang, he may work out. They may be able to get him to campus. I'm more skeptical on the other two from the last couple of days. But he played professionally in Italy this past season. According to Jeff Goodman, is considered a big-time athlete with an elite motor, terrific rebounder and defender, and a solid shooter. He's a 6'6" wing, and there was some buzz around him here in the last month that, hey, this guy could be making a jump to college. He is 22 years old, so he's young by LSU basketball standards. So they are trying to push the envelope, and they are trying to change the rules is what it's going to take, because all of these guys would not be eligible based on current rules, I don't believe. So we'll see what happens there, but the last 3 days we have seen 3 professional basketball players commit to and sign with LSU.
I mean, they just letting Will Wade do what he wants. I mean, you got one person that's clearly out of bounds on how he's handling things, and everyone is watching him go, oh, okay, cool. No one stepping in going, hey, this is bad for college sports. This is bad for college athletics. This is terrible. Don't do this. Don't be that guy. LSU people are like, hey, we just want to win, so just go for it. But this is terrible. Get Will Wade out of here. Anyways, how are you today?
I'm good.
Yeah, man. Good
A little bit bothered. Right before the show, you and I were both aging, as we all are, right?
Yeah, by the second.
Yep.
I mean, luckily, right?
That is how it works.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
But I got called a boomer. And I got called a boomer because of...
By the kids at school?
Well, by a youngster, I have to imagine.
How young were they?
Not sure. He's got our guy, Jerron Mayman, as his avatar. It's not Jerron. But today is the anniversary of Scottie Pippen's dunk on Patrick Ewing. 32 years ago today, in the Eastern Conference semifinals, Scottie went up and over Patrick Ewing and then walked over him. Mm-hmm. And I asked, there's a question. I didn't say it is, but I said, is this the greatest poster dunk of all time? And the response was, okay, boomer, don't ever disrespect the GOAT of dunking with a picture of Vince Carter's Olympics dunk over, was it Frederick Weiss?
Yeah, when he had the hair.
Yeah, maybe that is the answer for the best poster dunk. It's definitely in the conversation, but I don't think there's anything wrong with asking, is the Scottie Pippen dunk the greatest poster dunk of all time, especially when you factor in it's a huge game, Game 6, Eastern Conference semis. It's the Bulls and the Knicks, probably the biggest rivalry of the 90s in the NBA.
First of all, sir, baby boomers, the official age range is between 62 and 80 years old.
Okay, I'm a ways off.
So that person, you are a couple years off of calling Josh boomer. Second, that was the best dunk. That wasn't the most disrespectful dunk. The most disrespectful dunk was last year when the Bulls draft pick got dunked on. That was the most disrespectful looking dunk. Especially the screenshot, the still picture of him and his facial expressions.
That was a tough one.
That's the most disrespectful dunk. There are other disrespectful dunks. You know, like when you see a guy jump over someone in his mid-region is all over the dude's head. Like that's what I consider disrespectful. Or when Shaq, I think he dunked on, it was Dudley? I think that was the guy's name.
Yeah, and then kind of shoves him away.
Shoves him to the ground.
Yeah.
I think it was
when
when Shaq played for the Lakers and Dudley played for the Knicks, I want to say. That was disrespectful. Mm-hmm. So I don't even think Vince Carter's dunk was most disrespectful. It was like one of the best.
Well, yeah, well, my question was not most disrespectful, greatest poster dunk of all time. So it's more about the dunk itself, not the way you treated the person dunked on. See, here's I think the best image. I'll show you here on the screen. I tweeted this out as well. The leg kind of kicks by both. I also factor in the game itself. There was no doubt the U.S. team was going to prevail. But if you say the Vince Carter dunk, it's a 7-4 guy, I believe. It's just an incredible play. The Vince Carter dunk up over him. That might be the greatest poster dunk of all time.
It might be.
MJ had a great one in the Knicks series. Was it against Charles Smith?
I thought it was against Patrick Ewing.
Or maybe Starks. I'm going through the play.
Starks had one on somebody before.
Maybe that's what I'm thinking of.
A great poster.
Yeah, but I think MJ goes baseline. Anyway, I would still take Scottie over Patrick from that series, that rivalry, Bulls-Knicks.
How about DeAndre Jordan over Brandon Knight?
That one was good.
Blake Griffin when he threw it in the rim, which is technically a dunk.
Yeah.
LeBron James, Jason Terry, when he caught
I was about to bring that one up. That was
caught the oop.
That was a bad move right there.
No, that was just a baseline dunk. LeBron did that over a Celtic when he caught it.
I thought that was Terry when he was with the Celtics. Maybe I'm mistaken, but I'm a boomer now.
I guess
forgetting.
you're a boomer. We're all thrown off because you were called a boomer.
Yeah. So we have a lot to talk about. Unlimited teams in the college football playoff. Greatest poster dunks of all time. 32 years ago today. Watch the play itself. The atmosphere is electric. That was an incredible series. That's the one without MJ, 94, when he was off playing baseball. And they went 7 games with the Knicks, who ended up going to the finals. That's how good that Bulls run was, that they removed Michael Jordan. And if not for a controversial call at the end of Game 5 against Scotty,
don't do that.
I'm over it, though.
Don't do that.
They might have.
Don't do that.
Hey,
you're not making it easy.
The Knicks fans had last night. They're past it.
I understand.
What about that comeback?
But when you mentioned Michael Jordan leaving and the Bulls still going to the Eastern Conference Finals, it kind of hurts.
That's
the
right.
GOAT,
Yeah, that's a good point.
The GOAT debate hurts it.
Yeah. MJ left,
Remember,
and Bulls went from 57 to 55 wins.
Yeah, man. Remember, we on Team MJ over here, all right?
Well, I did see somebody note 2 nights ago, MJ and LeBron might want to get their affairs in order after the Wemby game.
He's coming.
He's coming. We'll come back, 865-656-9900. If you would like to join us, if you would like to dunk on us, if you have any differing opinions, feel free to share with us between now and 3 o'clock. Jason Swain used to dunk on people, starting in the 7th grade, I believe. We'll continue the conversation. We'll have some fun this afternoon. We are presented by Junk Begone on Josh and Swain.
I'm Tennessee head football coach Josh Heupel. Get your Tennessee football covered where you get insight unlike any other. No one covers the ball like 99.1, the sports animal.
Hey, it's Josh. I want to tell you about Ted Russell Ford. TedRussellFord.net is the website for your super dealer, which has locations on Kingston Pike and Parkside Drive. They have employee pricing available right now. Go to the website, TedRussellFord.net. They have information for you on the employee pricing specials, how it works. You pay what we pay available right now from Ted Russell Ford, and you can see all the vehicles they have in stock, a little more than 450 vehicles. So if you're in the market for a brand new Ford truck, see the different combinations they have available to fit what you need. If you need work trucks, a fleet of trucks for your company, Ted Russell Ford can help you with exactly what you need and help you save in the process. Same goes if you're looking for an SUV. If you need a large family SUV like the Explorer or the Expedition, if you're interested in a Ford Bronco, learn about their Ford Bronco and Bronco Sport options that are available right now. Stop by Kingston Pike or Parkside Drive or go to the website, TedRussellFord.net.
This has been a paid announcement.
Knoxville area contractors. Tired of suppliers who just don't get your business? Win Supply of East Tennessee HVAC is locally owned, contractor focused, and backed by national buying power. We proudly supply GE Appliances air and water solutions, giving you trusted HVAC products and dependable support. With GE Appliances and the Win Supply network behind us, you get strength, availability, and real partnership. Learn more at winsupplyinc.com or call 865-381-7680. Win Supply of East Tennessee HVAC, your local edge with national reach.
Golf season is here, and an eagle awaits you at Sevierville Golf Club. The very best golf in the beautiful Smoky Mountains is ready for you. 2 18-hole championship courses with breathtaking views, unique layouts, and pristine enough to be named the best maintained public golf course in all of Tennessee. All of this makes for a round of golf you won't soon forget. So challenge your game with all the elements of rolling hills, water, sand, and quick greens. Visit SeviervilleGolfClub.com to book your tee time or to learn more about memberships. Sevierville Golf Club, an eagle awaits you.
The A.G. Hines Company, a fourth-generation family business backed by more than 100 years of customer service serving all East Tennessee. That's a century's worth of knowledge in material application, concrete, masonry, waterproofing, stucco eaves, slate roofing, and manufactured stone veneer. They have you covered with name brands like Nudura, Drive It, and Spec Mix. No job is too big or too small. They have the expertise to assist in all your residential or commercial construction needs. The A.G. Hines Company, building materials since anyone can remember.
Hello, Hello, Knoxville. This is Mitchell Parton with Fraser's Carpet One. Our Memorial Day sale is happening now, and for a limited time only, every piece of in-stock flooring is on sale, up to 50% off. Carpet, hardwood, luxury vinyl tile, ceramic, and even area rugs. If it's in stock at Fraser's, it's on sale. These savings end Memorial Day Monday, with no money down and free financing for an entire year, plus free in-home estimate and design consultations. Fraser's makes it easy to get your home ready for the summer. From cookouts to family get-togethers, new floors will make your home a place you're proud to share. For 70 years, as a fourth-generation family business, we've been Knoxville's trusted flooring store. Our Memorial Day sale is the perfect time to see why. Call 546-4850 today. Don't miss the Memorial Day sale savings. Everything for the floor from the store you trust more, Fraser's.
Join the Eric Kane Show live from 9 to noon this Thursday at Better Mattress, 9314 Kingston Pike. Come by and register to win Savannah Banana tickets, a chance to score a 4-pack this Thursday. We'll see you at Better Mattress.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. If you've been diagnosed with mesothelioma, call us now. $30 billion was set aside for meso victims, and in most cases, your claim is settled out of court without a jury trial. Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Fair, honest sports conversation from two guys that define credibility. Here's Josh and Swain on 99.1, the Sports Animal.
Back on Josh and Swain, presented by Junk Beyond. Text box lighting up. Appreciate all the interaction. Appreciate you, Michael. All caps. Juke Harris, baby.
Juke Harris, baby.
Margot agrees with you. I do as well. Right on, Swain. Will Wade is out of control.
Get him out of here.
Eric with a text about Shaq's dunk on Chris Dudley. We also got our Bulls-Knicks dunks sorted out. Appreciate some of the help in the text box. Went back and researched them. They all kind of blend together. So 91 Jordan dunks on Patrick Ewing. Okay. It's a great dunk. Similar to, I think, his dunk on Dikembe Mutombo as well. Remember, and he does the finger wag?
Yep.
And I think they had talked about those two together, that Jordan had never got him. And then he finally did and gave him the finger wag. Anyway, Jordan on Ewing, 91. Starks had a dunk on Horace Grant and MJ. Was really impressive.
With left hand.
Yeah.
Really impressive. And then the Charles Smith dunk I was thinking of, that was also Scotty. That was open floor.
Scotty!
He palms it, goes up with the ball, gets hammered by Charles Smith in the chest. Definite foul and one, and still
Scotty, good dunk.
Puts the ball in.
Good dunk, Scotty. Great dunk.
Jason Doc Rivers Swain right here.
No, that's Phil Jackson. Phil Jackson had
Horse Phil?
Yeah. Phil was horse too. Hey, Scotty, triangle. Run the triangle. It's good times, man. Good times. Great times.
Nothing like a poster dunk.
Nothing like one. And it happens. If you are a shot blocker, it's going to happen to you.
Yeah, it's going to happen.
Like, it happens. Like, as a guard, you're going to get your shot blocked to the fifth row. It's going to happen at some point. If you are a big man, you're going to get dunked on. Felix got dunked on during his time in Tennessee. But I remember more shot blocks, more shots sent to the sixth row rather than him getting dunked on. But it happens. It happens to the best of you.
Another very good one. This was sent to us. Tom Chambers' dunk on Mark Jackson. It almost, if the footage weren't so grainy, is a while ago, it almost looked like AI because Chambers just keeps going up with two hands on the basketball as Jackson goes down to the floor.
That's where technology is now, Josh, compared to where it was before. It looks so grainy that it looks fake. Man.
AI would do better than that.
Oh, AI had his fair share of dunks too, Josh. That's what referring to. I'm still getting used to the whole AI thing. Because I hear people talk about AI. I'm like, yo, Allen Iverson, man, he can ball too.
Speaking of disrespectful, stepping over Tyronn Lue, that's not a poster, but
I mean, he put it in the same category.
Yep.
For real.
We also have Josh and Swain listener beef.
Oh, man, okay.
Brian texted in and said the Juke Harris text is getting old.
Is it like Tupac and Biggie beef?
Let's hope it doesn't get to that point. We had the DeAndre Jordan over Brandon Knight dunk. I think you mentioned that last segment.
That was rough too.
But talking about the greatest poster dunks, and of course, Swain, we're talking at the NBA level. Tennessee's had a few of those.
Keon Johnson, Admiral Schofield.
Admiral Schofield was sent to us multiple times. His dunk against Mississippi State
in the SEC tournament.
Yep.
And Grant's reaction on the sideline made it worse. Whew. Whew.
Had the fainting celebration.
Oh, man.
Jordan Bowden also had a great dunk. I don't recall that being a poster. Remember the inbounds dunk against Vandy?
Yeah,
am I right on that?
He was late in the game. He didn't stick the landing, man. It would have been better if he stuck the landing.
Yeah, Keon's dunk against Georgia.
Oh, boy. That was an assault.
Yep.
Yeah, I think Keon got a restraining order on him still. I don't think he can be within 100 yards of that young man. I think Keon got to wear like an ankle monitor because of that dunk, man. Just, it's ruthless. It's ruthless. So disrespectful. So great. But Admiral did, though. He jumped off the right foot and tomahawked it with the right hand. Oh, man. And it's worse when the dude tries to take charge. It's worse.
Sometimes it's best to just get out of the way. No, you're right. If you're going to be a shot blocker, then you're going to get dunked on here and there. Sometimes you get the ball. Sometimes the ball is going to get you. But if you're trying to take the charge, that can really go against you.
Well, I think that's the worst, especially in college, is when you try to take a charge. Oh, man. Because then you get knocked over. Like, it's one thing. Let's say football, for example. You are breaking down, getting ready to make the hit, and the ball carrier is coming towards you. And there's degrees of getting run over. There's the guy who still makes the tackle, and the running back maybe just falls forward. Technically, you got to run over a little bit. But if you miss the tackle and they run clean over you and keep running, that's the worst form of getting run over. It's the worst version of it. So there's degrees of it. It's degrees of getting dunked on. It's degrees of, getting ran over, which, hey, every defender goes through that too. I want to say as a secondary player.
Yeah.
Like, you're going to get run over sometimes because there's a running back who has a 10-yard head start, and you're just sitting there flat-footed. One day, you're going to tackle a freight train, and he's going to run you over. It just happens.
The hit stick, when that's brought into play, where you're just totally trucked.
Yeah. You play football long enough, you play basketball long enough, you're going to have some of those embarrassing moments.
Mike wants to see someone do an AI video of Josh dunking on Swain, then a real-life video of Swain dunking on Josh.
Well, I can tell you right now, there would be no real version video of me dunking, period. An AI video of you dunking on me will be hilarious.
Hey, come over to the Ward House. You see me dunk on some little Wardos. Do that from time to time.
Yeah, that's not the same.
Lower the goal.
Yeah, we want to see you dunk on a 10-foot goal. That's when we know it's AI.
You're going to know immediately. Josh isn't getting up that high. Never has, and definitely never will. 865-656-9900. One of my highest-ranked athletic jealousies. I've never dunked on a 10-foot goal.
Dude, that's why I get on big men who don't dunk every time they get the ball down low. It used to drive me crazy with J.P. Estrella.
Mm-hmm.
You are 4 inches shorter than Wemby. Only 4 inches shorter than Wemby. Why are you not dunking every time you get the ball? You should be dunking every time, or at least attempting, if you are 7 foot. If you're 6'11", you should be dunking every time you get the ball. At least trying. That's my rules. Because it's disrespectful. It's disrespectful to the Josh Wards out here. If you're not dunking every time you get a chance,
You don't know how good you have it.
you don't know how good you have it, and you're being disrespectful to the Josh Wards. That's how I look at it.
Dalton Connect, that Michigan State game where he had the open court dunk.
Yeah. I mean, it was a finesse poster. It wasn't ruthless because he didn't cock it back. He didn't like tomahawk it in and like really dunk it hard. It was like
That was more of an announcement of the athleticism.
Yeah, it was a gentle dunk, but it was great. It was a great dunk.
Kwame asks, what is worse, being hit sticked, dunked on, or ran over?
I mean, it got to be ran over.
And then another text, what about a good stiff arm? If you have that stiff arm that kind of it carries you for a few yards where you're trying to make the play and the stiff arm just sends you down to the ground.
I think a defender getting run over or stiff arm is worse than any other two.
I think that's probably
because
right.
like defenders are supposed to be the aggressor, right?
Right.
I'm about to hit you. No, you just got hit and ran over. I think getting ran over is worse than getting dunked on and getting hit stick because you're gonna get hit hard, especially if a quarterback throws you out to dry. Kind of like a host doing a co-host on a Friday at the Bed Store in Lenore City.
Yeah, we wouldn't do that on this show.
But like that happens. Quarterbacks throw receivers out to dry all the time. But if you are a linebacker or a DB and you're sitting there waiting to tackle the running back and he runs you plumb over, that's embarrassing. Because then there's a whole nother part of that where you have to like get up and everyone's looking at you. It's pretty embarrassing.
You better not stumble getting up.
Yeah, you can't stumble.
Yep. Nathan says, you know who can dunk? Juke Harris, baby.
Hey, Juke
there
Harris,
it is for you, Brian.
He's 6'7". He better dunk every time he get the ball in the paint. Do it for Josh Ward, Juke.
Yep.
Do it for Josh Ward.
Michael says to Brian, if he thinks it's old now, wait till it keeps coming all the way through basketball season. I take my lunch at noon for Josh and Swain.
That's right.
We appreciate you being with us. We appreciate the interaction. 865-656-9900 to join us. Braden Gall of 440 Sports at 1 o'clock. Those anonymous quotes to Athlon Sports talking about Tennessee and some other SEC teams. Interesting quote on Alabama, Tennessee's home opponent this upcoming season in the SEC. We'll get to that. And again, your calls and texts at 865-656-9900 on Josh and Swain.
With Bet365 early payout, you win even if they lose. Get paid out instantly when your team goes up big, even if they blow the lead later. Bet365. Winning is everything. Gambling problem? Call Tennessee Redline at 1-800-889-9789. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Tennessee.
Time now for a Sports Animals Sports Minute.
Tennessee baseball defeated South Carolina 11-6 last night in the first round of the SEC tournament in Hoover, Alabama. The Vols advanced to take on the 7-seed Arkansas in today's second round. The Razorbacks are the 12th-ranked team in the nation. First pitch is set for 5:30 or following the conclusion of today's second-round matchup between Florida and Vanderbilt. Major League Baseball for your Wednesday, 3 o'clock. Rangers are at the Rockies, 3:40. Diamondbacks host the Giants. White Sox take on the Mariners at 4. At 6:45, the Marlins host the Braves. Guardians visit the Tigers. Nationals face the Mets. 7 o'clock, Blue Jays visit the Yankees. 7:45, Royals host the Red Sox. Brewers visit the Cubs. Cardinals take on the Pirates. Padres get the Dodgers at 8:40. At 9:40, the Angels face the Athletics. Western Conference Finals continue in the NBA playoffs tonight. The Thunder host the Spurs at 8:30. San Antonio leads the series 1-0. And the Western Conference Finals and the Stanley Cup playoffs begin tonight. Avalanche host the Golden Knights for Game 1 at 8. I'm Joel Silverberg.
Hey, it's Josh. I want to tell you about Amish Elegance Fine Custom Furniture and everything they have available inside their 4,200-foot showroom floor at 613 North Campbell Station Road. Stop by and see for yourself everything they have to offer at Amish Elegance and see what they can build for you. You can stop by and see everything that they have available if you're looking to upgrade your bedroom, if you need a new table for your kitchen or dining room. How about a new chest of drawers? They have a stunning new gentleman's chest, thoughtfully crafted to bring both beauty and function into your space that you can see right now at Amish Elegance. And they can help you design and build anything that you need for your home, for your patio, outdoor space. They can help you design every specification, hand the plans over to the Amish families they work with to build beautiful furniture. The difference is in the quality, and know that the furniture from Amish Elegance is built to last for generations. Stop by and see for yourself what Amish Elegance has to offer and what they can design and build for you at 613 North Campbell Station Road in Farragut, or start online at AmishElegance.com.
This has been a paid announcement.
Twin Peaks is the best in the game. Here, it's bigger game days and bolder fight nights. I mean, where else can you find a scratch kitchen that always comes in clutch every day from lunch to late night? Only at Twin Peaks, the #1 sports bar.
Consider yourself a bourbon connoisseur? At Twin Peaks, they're proud to offer an exclusive and extensive collection of some incredibly rare bourbons, whiskeys, and tequilas. Check out their barrel selects, hand-picked by their team and bottled just for you. Supplies limited. Stop by Twin Peaks to see what they're pouring. Cheers. Spring is in the air. Time to clear out the garage, shed, or spare room. Junk Be Gone has dumpsters in stock and offers same-day delivery. Rent any 15-yard dumpster in May and get 2 days free. Perfect for remodels or roof replacements. Their dumpster rentals include up to 2 tons of debris. Give them a buzz at 865-675-JUNK. Junk Be Gone, proudly the #1 junk removal company for 20 years. Junk Be Gone, the bee's knees of junk removal.
Discover Graysburg Hills Golf Course, nestled in the scenic East Tennessee foothills. Rated 4.5 stars by Golf Digest magazine, Graysburg Hills is renowned for its exceptional greens, fairways, and friendly atmosphere. Featuring 27 holes designed by top golf architects. Our course boasts bent grass greens, Riviera Bermuda grass fairways, and challenging water hazards. Conveniently located just 5 miles from exit 44 on I-81, Graysburg Hills Golf Course is your destination for an unforgettable golf experience. Book your tee time today at GraysburgHillsGolf.com.
Join Tyler and Will this Friday at Rusty Wallace Kia of Alcoa. Come see the huge selection of Kias and deals going on now at Rusty Wallace Kia of Alcoa, 4612 Alcoa Highway. See you there 3 to 7 this Friday with the Sports Animal.
Why is eczema becoming such a common problem now? Could contaminants in the water be aggravating the problem? Listen to Paul's review. Our 3-year-old daughter had struggled her entire life with severe eczema. We'd tried so many things with little to no relief, and honestly, we felt helpless. We decided to install the AquaClear water system with nothing but hope and prayers that it might help. I can say, without hesitation, that it has completely changed our lives. My daughter's skin is now completely clear, and the difference in her is unbelievable. She's happier, more comfortable, and truly a different child. It's hard to put in words how much this has improved her quality of life. If I hadn't experienced this firsthand, I don't think I would have believed it. What's even more shocking is realizing how harmful toxins in our water can affect us. I am so grateful for AquaClear. They didn't just install a system, they gave my daughter relief and gave us peace of mind. This has been life-changing for our family.
We'll change your water. It'll change your life.
Spring cleaning meets hosting season with Zero Res. Get carpets cleaned for just $35 per room, and stairs are now only $35 too. Plus, take $50 off air duct cleaning. Book now, ZeroResKnoxville.com, and get guest ready today.
This report is sponsored by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration.
You think a ticket for not wearing your seatbelt is the worst that could happen until you get in a crash. Suddenly, a ticket doesn't seem so bad. Click it, or ticket. Paid for by NHTSA.
Temperatures warm into the upper 80s for the day, but a cold front approaches, which will bring us chances of scattered to isolated showers and thunderstorms as we head into the afternoon. This will continue into a wet pattern for the remainder of your work week, which will give us beneficial rain that we need to alleviate the drought and slightly cooler temperatures in the low 80s. From the WVLT First Alert Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Megan Desmall.
Hey Knoxville, it's your local State Farm agent, Josh Hemphill. When you combine State Farm home and auto insurance, you save an average of $889. Contact the Josh Hemphill team right here in Powell at 865-512-7542.
Josh and Swain is brought to you by Junk Be Gone. Rent any dumpster at regular rate and get 2 extra days free. Junk Be Gone, the bee's knees of junk removal for 2 decades.
The hottest sports stories of the day, broken down to their very core with honest, informed opinions. Here's Josh and Swain on the Sports Animal.
Back on Josh and Swain, or the Swain and Boomer Show, as Bruce suggests in the text box.
I mean, I'm older than you.
That is true. We had a shout out to Derrick Henry, greatest stiff arm running back of all time.
What he did with Josh, was that Josh Norman?
Yeah. Took him for a ride. You try to take down Derrick Henry and he throws up the stiff arm, good luck to you.
Yeah. Good night. 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 Man, those good old days. He's not doing DBs like that now. But he's still running folks over, though. He is falling forward, that's for sure.
Yeah, still a big-time running back. Yeah. Eventually, there will be a drop-off. It does happen to everybody, but Henry has done as good of a job as we've seen, I think, in a while. Adrian Peterson did a good job at that. I'm talking about that position at running back, of extending the life longer than people think. Remember, with the Titans early on, those first couple of seasons, Derrick Henry did not play the huge role he ended up taking on. It took a couple of seasons.
No. I remember him coming out of college. A lot of people were hating on him as a running back in the NFL. Didn't think he would be able to do the same things he did at Alabama, but he did. All right, that's enough. I forgot he went to Alabama. That's enough. Speaking of Alabama.
Yeah, so Derrick Henry's not there anymore, but you know who else isn't? Nick Saban.
No, he's not there.
Well, at least not full-time. Is he still around? Still,
but he's not
collecting checks, I think.
Yeah, he's collecting checks, but he's not there.
But we talked yesterday about some of the anonymous quotes regarding Tennessee from Athlon Sports. Michael Bratton shared those. We shared them with other schools as well, including Alabama. Here are a couple of quotes about Crimson Tide under Kalen DeBoer. One quote. With whoever was going to follow Nick Saban, there was going to be a measuring stick on the toughness or the softness of the program. The next quote, the run game statistics do not vouch for toughness. They have to fix that. Also, losing Ty Simpson doesn't help that.
I can hear some Bama fan saying, Who in the heck is Anonymous Quote? Who names their kid Anonymous? Last name Quote? What kind of stupid name is that? Who is that? I got a thing to say to that person who said that about Bama.
Well, they'd probably read it as, who is Anonymous?
I got thing to say to that person. Give a little piece of my mind. Talking about Bama like that.
Swain, this is not being respectful, I should point out.
Oh, sorry. Sorry. Listen, when we was talking about Tennessee season at the end of the year, and, you know, folks beating around the bush about what was wrong with this team and program, I just couldn't do it anymore. I was like, listen, man, we soft. That's what it is. We ain't tough enough. Look how we played against, the teams at the end of the season and in trenches during the season. Listen, we just soft. And I gave you an example of why Bama has been vulnerable since Nick Saban has left. Even before Nick Saban left, I mean, when Scott Cochran left, Coach that made them a softer football program. You saw the difference. The strength coach leaving, the coach, and then, with Tennessee going out and getting Derek Owens, like I expect that level of toughness and hardness to permeate through this football program. That's what I expect because I know how important the strength coach is. So yeah, man, I think these anonymous quotes from the coaches or the person who's named anonymous, like, I think they're spot on. Josh. I think what was said about Tennessee was spot on.
Mm-hmm.
I think what was said just now about Alabama was spot on. It is true. It is accurate.
In about 15 minutes at the start of the 1 o'clock hour, we'll talk to Braden Gall about what maybe stood out to him, about what was said about some teams around the SEC. We'll be with you until 3 o'clock this afternoon. You can join us by calling or texting 865-656-9900. Jason Swain is here as a VFL, former Tennessee wide receiver. I'm Josh Ward as we continue on Josh and Swain.
Find us about.
Be here this afternoon at 5 for 30 uninterrupted minutes of talking sports. Breaking only to give you 30-second traffic updates and then straight back to sports. No Huddle, powered by USS, proud ball sponsor and foundation expert United Structural Systems. For all your foundation and waterproofing needs.
They guarantee their best.
Call USS. No Huddle this afternoon at 5.
Happy you'll be, or the service is free. That is what Hiller Plumbing, Cooling, and Electrical stands by. They believe in 100% satisfaction. If a customer isn't pleased with the work performed, Hiller will make sure to make it right. They've been in business since 1990, family-owned and operated. They're professional, experienced, and trustworthy. Their technicians come into your home and leave it clean and better than they found it. The techs at Hiller operate differently. They treat your family the way you want your own family to be treated. You can book appointments now online. In a few minutes, you can handle setting an appointment without ever picking up the phone. So the moment you have identified the issue or you notice there is an issue, the next step is getting online, happyhiller.com, and scheduling an appointment right there on your computer. Simple, or you can do it on your phone. Very convenient as well. Go to the website, learn more, book your appointment, happyhiller.com.
This has been a paid announcement.
When you're shopping for jewelry, there's only one place to shop, in my opinion, and that's TK Wheeler Jewelers, located on South Illinois Avenue in Oak Ridge. Right there next to the Outback Steakhouse, you're going to get the finest selection of jewelry. Over $2.5 million worth of diamonds, gold that never goes out of style, classic pearl necklace and earring sets, beautiful men's and women's watches, charms, multicolored gemstones. You get the drift, right? They've got everything you could possibly want, all at great prices. And what's really the separator, because there's a lot of great jewelry stores in town, but what sets TK apart is the shopping experience. It's 5-star every single time. You're going to be greeted. You're going to be welcomed. Anything you want to see. If you need a little space, they'll give you all the space you need, and they'll help you find the perfect gift for whoever you're shopping for. Maybe even you're shopping for yourself. And if you can't quite find exactly what you're looking for, you can sit down with TK and come up with a custom jewelry design. When you need jewelry, you need my jewelry store, TK Wheeler Jewelers.
This has been a paid advertisement.
Good old East Tennessee, we know family, hard work, and helping your neighbors still means a lot. I'm Nick Whitehead with Whitehead Auto Sales in Alcoa and Knoxville. Our family-owned and operated business is celebrating our 20-year anniversary. Our pillars are those 3 items: family, hard work, and helping your neighbor. Experience the difference of why we've been voted #1 in Blount County for years now, and why we've expanded to Chapman Highway to help even more. Visit WhiteheadAutoSales.com or come shake our hands for a deal you can't find anywhere else. 20 years from our family to yours at Whitehead Auto Sales.
Spring is in the air. Time to clear out the garage, shed, or spare room. Junk Be Gone has dumpsters in stock and offers same-day delivery. Rent any 15-yard dumpster in May and get 2 days free. Perfect for remodels or roof replacements. Their dumpster rentals include up to 2 tons of debris. Give them a buzz at 865-675-JUNK. Junk Be Gone, proudly the #1 junk removal company for 20 years. Junk Be Gone, the bee's knees of junk removal.
I'll always remember our family vacations in the beautiful Smoky Mountains. We'd rent a cabin, Dad would take us hiking, whitewater rafting, or horseback riding. I really enjoy making this tradition a part of my children's lives.
With over 2,000 cabins, campgrounds, and bed and breakfast to choose from, Visit My Smokies is the only site you need to plan your Smoky Mountain getaway. Visit mysmokies.com. Come home to the Smokies and make vacation memories that will last a lifetime.
It's game day, and our friends at Bevco Paving are ready to bring the heat. Proud sponsors of Tennessee baseball. Whether it's the parking lot that welcomes your customers or the driveway that leads you home, Bevco Paving delivers big league results done right the first time. From free estimates to a finished product, this team knows how to step up when it matters most. And when it's time to finish strong, they knock it out of the park. Call today, 983-6455. Mention UT Baseball for 10% off. 983-6455. Bevco Paving, Knoxville's paving specialists.
I'm Pat Boyle here to help you on sports. Thunder Spurs game 2, and I think the Rutgers rookie shines again. Dylan Harper was incredible in Game 1, 24 points with 11 boards and 7 steals. Spurs starting point guard De'Aaron Fox is questionable again with a sprained ankle after he missed Game 1. Even if Fox plays, Harper had way too much of an impact to not get meaningful minutes. And if Fox is out, Harper will start again. So I'm going over on his points plus rebounds. I'm Pat Boyle. Bet smarter and beat the books. Download the BetMGM app today.
My name is Whitney Allen, and I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought we'd ever have to use life insurance, but the unexpected happened. With Ethos, signing up was fast and 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage. I'm grateful we were prepared.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/play. That's ethos.com/play. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Back on Josh and Swain. Thanks for being with us. Final segment of hour number 1. We'll talk to Braden Gall 10 minutes from now. We'll talk some SEC and college football with him. Also, all the buzz there in Nashville, getting the Super Bowl February of 2030.
I hope the Titans are at least respectable that season. At least a playoff team. I think that adds more buzz to the Titans being able to host Super Bowl. That'll be good if they are in contention.
Come on, Cam Ward.
War we trust, right? Is that what you about to say?
If there's a Ward, there's a way.
There is a way.
Has been said.
Did you say it was the right way, though? You never said that. You said it was a way.
Hey, find a way. A way.
Okay.
I'll say this. If there's a James Harden on defense, there is a way to score. That was the case last night. The Knicks hunted him in the fourth quarter. Now, some of those shots, I just give the credit to somebody like Jalen Brunson, or Shaman ends up being open, gets a look. Harden's trying to help. But it did not go well in the fourth quarter for the Cleveland Cavaliers. They blew a 22-point lead. We've had electric games to start the conference finals in the last 2 nights. The double overtime win for San Antonio over Oklahoma City. And last night, the Knicks rallying in the fourth quarter at home to win in overtime against Cleveland.
Yeah, a collapse like that, man, sometimes that's hard to recover from. Sometimes you never recover. And we'll see how the Cavs bounce back, especially that happening in Game 1, and then you have another game on the road in Madison Square Garden.
The goal going in, obviously you want to win every game you play, but you were thinking, hey, can we still win on the road in the first 2 games?
Yeah.
And take home court advantage back with us. Now they have to win Game 2 to make that happen. The pressure becomes greater, obviously, to not fall down 0-2. Then you have the Knicks riding high. They're shooting terribly. They have a horrible third quarter, and they found a way to get it done. So the Knicks, with a big win last night, playoffs have been terrific.
They have been.
We've said it in the first two games in the conference finals have backed that up to keep things going. Game 2 tonight between San Antonio and Oklahoma City, with the Thunder needing to get a win. They don't want to fall down 0-2 going to San Antonio. So pressure on the Thunder, the reigning champs.
Yeah, the Wemby-Chet rivalry is what I'm here for. I mean, that dates back to when those guys played, 19U, and played against each other when the U.S. played against France. Like, I love a good rivalry between two players, especially in basketball. So there's one thing in football, you get like corner and the DB, like Cortland Finnegan and Andre Johnson. That was a good rivalry. Josh Norman and Odell Beckham Jr. That was a good rivalry.
Yeah.
But I like him in basketball, man. I like him in basketball because it's every play for 4 quarters, man. It's every possession.
I love that Wemby was angry and willing to say so that he didn't win the MVP.
I love it.
Yeah, and I said Monday when we handed out the attaboy, I thought SGA was deserving, but I love that Wemby thinks, no, he's not. I should have been the MVP, and he was there to see SGA be presented the award and thought, that's my award, and then he went out and put up the game that he did.
Honestly, those top 3, they all could have won it.
I agree.
I mean, we're really splitting hairs.
It was an incredible year. Jokic, Wemby, SGA, and Luka before he went down, and he was essentially out of it, missing the last few weeks. But what he was doing,
I can't give it to Luka. He don't play defense.
He does not. Well, Jokic is not a great defender either.
Yeah, but he impacts in so many ways, and he passes the ball.
Defense is actually a huge case for Wemby. He changes everything with what he does on defense.
Yeah, but like, Luka's a ball hog.
Sure, yeah, the offense runs through him.
He's a ball hog. He doesn't rebound like Joker. I don't know, man. Luka to me is not a top 3 MVP candidate for me.
Okay.
He scores, he gets buckets, that's great. But I mean, is he really out here making his teammates better? Is 4 people watching one dance with the ball, and then one guy who may catch a lob and dunk it. But I don't think Luka will ever be an MVP candidate more than SGA, Wemby, or Joker. I just don't, man. I just don't.
Wemby didn't get the award this year. Bold prediction, he'll get one pretty soon.
Oh, he will get one next year.
Yeah.
Guess what happens when a player gets it a couple times?
Yeah.
People get tired of that. And they'll go to the next guy. And the next guy up is Wemby. They did that with Joel Embiid.
Yeah, there's the narrative vote.
Yep.
That will happen as well.
It's happening next year.
We will come back. We'll talk SEC, college, and NFL football with Braden Gall of 440 Sports right here on Josh and Swain.
Jim Rome takes on sports.
Listen, it is not too late to stop this. Do not do this. Leave it alone. Don't touch it. It's damn near perfect. It's beautiful as it is. Stop trying to fix what ain't broke. And stop telling me that the tournament isn't the tournament unless the 15th place team in the SEC gets in. Stop jerking with the best event in all of sports, you pigs.
The Jim Rome Show podcast.
What's your beef?
Follow and listen on your favorite platform.
Need a new shingle roof? Creative Metal Systems offers expert installation with a commitment to quality since 1997. Get guaranteed long-term protection. Visit CreativeMetalSystems.com now and schedule your free no-hassle quote. That's CreativeMetalSystems.com.
Hey, it's Ainge for Better Mattress, BEDRmattress.com, guys, and it's where Goodnight got better, and it's where we're giving you options right now. Yes, that is correct. You can come in and you can upgrade the size of your mattress. You can get a king size for the price of a queen, or you can get an instant rebate on queen or below, or a free adjustable base. How about right now going with 12 or 24 months, 0% interest financing? You could pay as little as $63 a month. BEDRmattress.com.
Did you know there's a local Geico office in your area? It's true. Hi, I'm Brian Chapman, your local Geico agent here in Knoxville. My team and I are committed to helping you with all your insurance needs. So come visit my local Geico office on Kingston Pike today.
This is Jeff with Monster Tree Service of Knoxville. Our professional crew is equipped to handle even the biggest jobs with superior service and award-winning results. When you need routine tree trimming, expert plant health care, or emergency tree removal, our experts at Monster Tree Service of Knoxville provide the friendly, reliable service you can count on. With expert knowledge and state-of-the-art equipment, we get the job done safely and efficiently. Don't let your tree problem get out of control. Call 865-832-3029 or visit monstertreeservice.com and let us tame your monster.
Hey, East Tennessee, it's your Cadillac Casanova. The Corn Ferry Tour is back, and Cadillac is proud to be a sponsor of this incredible event. Come see the full Cadillac lineup on display at the tournament, from the legendary Escalade to the all-electric Lyric. If you've been thinking about upgrading your ride, now is the perfect time. We've got Escalades, XT5s, and the rest of the Cadillac lineup waiting for you. Visit CadillacofKnoxville.com and scan the QR code to redeem your free tickets to the Corn Ferry Tour. Come see me at Cadillac of Knoxville or give us a call at 865-970-2041.
Is your house just one big headache and you want to sell it fast at a fair price? Hi, I'm Pat with ProSource Home Buyers, and I will make you a fair, as-is, all-cash offer on your house today, no matter the condition, price range, or location. Call me at 865-500-3711. Maybe it's inherited, sitting vacant, causing you financial stress, or needs more repairs than you can handle. Whatever the situation or condition, I'll buy it. Our customers say things like,
"It was very smooth and easy, and we are satisfied with the amount we received from my mother's property."
The entire process was easy. They were upfront, honest, and kept me informed every step of the way.
ProSource is a great company to work with. We had a great experience from start to finish.
whatever the situation or condition, I'll buy it, and we can close in as little as a week. If you're ready to sell your house fast, call me at 865-500-3711. That's 865-500-3711. That's 865-500-3711.
In a flash, sell your house for cash. ProSource Home Buyers.
Knoxville, get ready to light the fire. TMG Fest is bringing together championship pitmasters from around the country for a full day of live fire cooking, barbecue smoke-offs, food samples, demos, music, and games, all under a covered patio, rain or shine. You taste, you judge, and you decide who takes home the bragging rights. TMG Fest, Saturday, May 23rd, 2 to 9 p.m. at the Hardin Valley Event Center in Knoxville. Get tickets now at tmgfest.com.
Listen for details on Big Ticket. Brought to you by Food City, Certified Angus Beef, and Low T Center on WNML AM Knoxville, WNML FM Friendsville, 99.1. The Sports Animal.
This is a Westwood One Sports Minute.
Cincinnati Bengals quarterback Joe Burrow is on record saying the team has, quote, everything it needs heading into this season. And that's great news if you're a fan of the Cincinnati Bengals. Since he hasn't made the playoffs the last 3 seasons, which is insane given they employ one of the best quarterbacks in the league in Joe Burrow, if this defense, which now has Dexter Lawrence, is up to snuff, Cincy will be back in the playoffs this year. I'm Nick Costa.
Lunch was great, but this traffic is awful.
Can we stop at a bathroom?
Are you all right?
I keep having stomach issues after eating, like diarrhea, gas and bloating, abdominal pain, and sometimes oily stools.
Sound familiar? Those stomach issues may actually be a pancreas issue called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. Creon pancrelipase may help manage EPI. Creon is a prescription medicine used to treat people who can't digest food normally because their pancreas doesn't make enough enzymes.
Creon may increase your chance of fibrosing colonopathy, a rare bowel disorder. Tell your doctor if you have a history of intestinal blockage or scarring or thickening of your bowel wall. If you are allergic to pork, or if you have gout, kidney problems, or worsening of painful swollen joints. Call your doctor if you have any unusual or severe gastrointestinal symptoms or allergic reactions. Take Creon as directed by your doctor and always with food. Do not chew capsules as this may cause mouth irritation. Other side effects may include blood sugar changes, gas, dizziness, sore throat, and cough. These are not all the side effects of Creon. Call 800-633-9110 or visit creoninfo.com to learn more. That's CREONinfo.com.
I'm asking my doctor about EPI and if Creon could help.
Twin Peaks. Eats, drinks, scenic views.
Josh and Swain is brought to you by Junk Be Gone. Rent any dumpster at regular rate and get 2 extra days free. Junk Be Gone, the bee's knees of junk removal for 2 decades.
Yes, sir. Welcome in hour number 2 of Josh and Swain. Thank you for being with us. Next to Jason Swain of VFL and former Tennessee wide receiver, I'm Josh Ward. We have 2 hours to go on the show, every day presented by Junk Beyond. And we begin the hour welcoming to the show Braden Gall, 440 Sports. He's on the Stanley Fencing and Gates hotline. He's in Nashville where things are happening. We've talked to you in the last few weeks. You've told us, hey, this is coming, the Super Bowl to Nashville, and then it became official this week. So a lot of excitement there in the mid-state.
Yeah, like again, worst kept secret. I feel like if you listen to our shows, we've been kind of preparing everybody for February of 2030. Now, of course, the debate is immediately like, which country acts are going to be at the halftime? And I'm like, guys, the NFL probably doesn't want a country halftime show. Nashville will for sure. The question is who wins in that battle, or is it going to be some blend of international star with like a Nashville country hook or something? Like that's going to be really fascinating to watch. But look, the other thing is that the economic impact of the Super Bowl is not nearly as great as I think it's made out to be. People claim hundreds of millions of dollars, but that's just not how it works. The NFL asks for a gazillion things for free, like truly like tens of thousands of hotel rooms, limousines, security. It's a great cost to the city, but like no one is turning down the Super Bowl. Like we all want the Super Bowl here. I want the Super Bowl here. I'm a taxpayer. I want the Super Bowl here. I don't think it's as beneficial financially as people think it is, but it's hugely beneficial from a brand standpoint. If you want to put your city's name, sort of elevate the Nashville brand, which is already, I would argue, pretty established. If you elevate that to another tier, you do it by adding world-class events. And that is, of course, the Super Bowl. It's why you built the stadium. The national championship game, it will not be the Music City Bowl. That will still happen every year, but there will be a national championship game as well. Probably, I would guess, a year, 2 years, maybe 3 years after the Super Bowl in I would argue probably a pretty quick succession. You're probably going to get a Final Four. That one's probably more in the late 2030s, mid 2030s. That one's probably down the road. But all of that stuff's coming, and you just can't say no to a Super Bowl. Like even if it costs your city a bunch of money, like it's too big for the brand. It's too valuable. There's too much hype. Like you said, people are talking about it. Casuals who didn't know that this was coming are talking about it. It's a big deal, and I do think Nashville's a great host city. Like I'm partial, obviously, I'm biased, but like the draft was a great performance. The NHL draft was a great performance. They've turned 4th of July and New Year's into major events downtown. We've attracted enormous amounts of talent when it comes to food and beer and music and distilleries and there's just so much culture. TPAC's going to be built before that stadium comes up, before that Super Bowl happens. It'll be one of the best performing arts centers in the Southeast. So like it's just, Nashville's doing a lot of things. There's plenty of people that will argue about all that growth, and they have good arguments. But by and large, you're either dying or you're growing as a city, and the Super Bowl is the next big tentpole event for a city that continues to grow.
Yeah, what's the daily commute like these days in Nashville?
It's not getting better, boys.
I wouldn't think so.
It's not getting better. Now, the good news is I work from home, and I live like 1.5 miles, 2 miles from the Titans Stadium. I live like 3 miles from the Titans facility. That's the same 2 miles from Bridgestone Arena. Like I don't have a long commute, so I'm not the right person to ask. But I'm a bridge and tunnel guy. It's like living in like a borough of Manhattan or something. Like I'm in my neighborhood. I don't leave my neighborhood too much. It's just so I don't have to deal with it. But if you live like 30, 45 minutes outside of town, like in a suburban area, like it's miserable to come into Nashville because there's too many people, too many cars, not enough ways to move around, and that's absolutely a major problem if you're talking about some of the issues that plague the city, like a lot of growing cities. Affordability and mobility are two huge ones that Nashville has not fully grappled with yet, for sure.
Spring meetings are around the corner, Braden, and this year it seems like there's a lot of topics that Greg Sankey wants to get off his chest with his coaches and ADs, so that way they can all be on the same page. What kind of highlights do you see coming out of SEC media days, or SEC spring meetings?
Yeah, I think there's a chance that Sankey. I'll be fascinated with his tone. And that might not be the question or answer you were looking for, but I will be very fascinated with how Sankey is communicating writ large across the board. He to his athletic directors, he to his coaches, he to the media. With this bill that's working its way through the Senate, I haven't checked today or even last night if there was any movement on this bill in the Senate that it's supposed to be bipartisan about trying to help sort of solve some of these problems. Like, what does the Big Ten and the SEC want? This 2014 playoff? Like, I just think it'll be fascinating to see his tone, how he communicates. Does he come across as an iron fist, frustrated dictator? Or does he come across as trying to solve problems? Does he come across as totally frustrated and exasperated with how this entire thing is unfolding? I don't know. It's going to be I think it'll be one of the most interesting spring meetings we're going to see. And is that player eligibility? Is that portal rules? Is that Congress? Is that playoff expansion? Is that TV contracts? Is it championship games? There's so much on the table. And he's just one of a few names that is, Tony Petitti, the other big one for the Big Ten. Like, these guys they got to figure stuff out. And I don't know about you guys, but the more I think about, read about the 2014 playoff, the worse it gets. And I hated it from the beginning. So we're going to see. I think there's going to be a lot of stuff coming out of next week. And it'll be very interesting to see, what is the tone of all that information? What are the tone of conversations, negotiations, et cetera? I think it's going to be really interesting.
Yeah, it seems so many people want it. I am still questioning, okay, who's actually making it happen? Because conference commissioners saying we want it to happen in the Big 10 or Big 12 ACC, but are the TV networks going to give it the go-ahead? Because even the SEC messaging is, hey, we still don't have ESPN wanting this to expand. And going from 12 to 24 is a big jump.
Yeah, and so I do think it answers their conference championship game problem, which is the problem being it makes so much money for the SEC and for the Big Ten that they can't just give it away for free. So they've got to figure out how to do that and how to make more money off of it. And so does that mean, the only real way to do that is to add a bunch of games? But I think you're in danger. Like the college basketball tournament, and it's hard to compare the two sports because football is just such look, I know that they've taken basketball. Like I'm watching, my team last night make a 22-point comeback in the fourth quarter. No big deal, guys. But even if you give up that lead or even if you make that comeback, it just doesn't mean as much, right? You got 6 more games to play, long series, could be a great series, who knows? But same with hockey. But basketball in one and done is fun. But the number of games that you just don't watch in the college basketball tournament, no one wants to admit this, but the number of games that you don't even see a second of and you don't even miss is way more than you think, right? A lot of it is because it's 11 o'clock on a Thursday and there's nobody in the stands. It's just not the same as trying to sell people on a 24v1 or 23v2 or, whatever the matchup might be. If you've got Ohio State as a 27-point favorite over a 4-loss pick a team, that game has to make money. And I think you're in danger of watering it down. And there's other reasons why I hate it. Expansion bothers me, but I agree. You got to figure out how to make that. You have to keep the exclusivity and the value on those games. And by adding 24 teams, I think you dilute it heavily. And I don't know. I agree. I don't know if the TV executives want that yet.
This is one of my favorite times of the year. Well, favorite times of the off season, because we get the anonymous quotes from other coaches talking about other programs. What's your opinion on those anonymous quotes? Is there value there in your eyes? And if you've seen any that stood out so far, what are those?
I have not. Again, I haven't been with Athlon for about a year, but I respect the process, and I've been inside the process for a long time. And I think the thing I learned over the last, over 17 years of being at the company was the coaching scouting reports. They provide incredible value, but they provide incredible value in different ways today than they did, let's say, even 8 years ago. And that was, for the longest time, they were legitimately scouting reports on scheme, players, situational dynamics, red zone offense. You pick something that was really nerdy about ball, and you had coaches that were they loved to chat about all that stuff. This quarterback, you put so-and-so in this situation. at this time, and like we knew we could do this, and you're like, oh, that's really cool. Like, okay, well, this quarterback always attacked here, and we could never stop it. Okay, that's kind of cool. Like, this scheme here is just so terrible, or this scheme was so brilliant. Like, you learn so many things with detail about why and how coaches saw what actually happened on the field. In the last 5 years that I worked at Avalon, like, those scouting reports were almost exclusively about the program. They were exclusively about infrastructure and donor dollars and coaching staff stability and culture. Like, that, these coaches don't know anything about these teams. They are looking at depth charts going, I've never heard of that guy. Like, you could predict what a team's depth chart would look like in March or February, and now you just can't do it, which is totally fine. It's different. And so when we used to ask coaches for stuff, they'd be like, man, the Florida Gators have really, they've really solved their problem with their practice facility, and they've added a bunch of donors who are willing to pony up, and their NIL contracts are working really well. Like, that is the analysis now. At least a lot of it. I'm not saying that there's not some in there about Arch Manning or, guys that are predictably going to be important players. But by and large, it was 100% on-field scouting report, not even 10 years ago, maybe 5 years ago. And now it feels laced with program analysis or institutional analysis, for lack of a better phrase. And so that's a value too. Like, that's interesting. I find it a little less interesting, but it is certainly interesting. It's just very, very different. And I apologize to totally ruin your question. I have not seen any of them. I think I maybe saw one about Mike Elko being a really good coach, and I'm like, cool, that makes sense. I agree.
Yeah, I'm down with that one as well. I could support it.
Right.
So you can put my name on the quote that Elko's good. A few others around the SEC. You can check out 440 Sports. What is going on there right now for folks to check out, Braden? And when does the raffle begin for the chance to stay with Braden Gall the week of leading up to February 2030?
Oh, whenever I list my house on some website for thousands of dollars a night, I'm just going to take the kids and the wife, and we'll take a vacation. So anybody who wants to put up 4 figures a night, y'all can ride a bike to the Super Bowl if you want. So.
Okay. Yep. And 440 Sports, search, subscribe, and enjoy.
Yeah. Also that too.
Yeah.
Check out all the shows. Check out all the great reporters across the network. We're covering the Titans. We're covering the Preds GM search, which is like over 100 days long now. We got all kinds of good stuff. Covering Nashville SC, going into the World Cup. We got World Cup coverage. We got everything happening in Middle Tennessee with sports and the teams that you love. We got you covered, and it's with the best reporters on the market. So give us a follow on the socials. Check us out on YouTube. Check us out on the podcast app of choice. 440 Sports. 440
Sports, check it out. Good luck to the Knicks in Game 2. Congrats on the win last night, Braden, and we appreciate the time as always.
Yep, I worked pretty hard, boys. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Braden, joining us on the Stanley Fencing and Gates Hotline.
When traveling to other college programs and going to the stadium, like, I would always take notice of, like, the houses that were really close to the stadium and how much bank they would make during football season with parking and stuff like that. Like Oklahoma, I mean, it's basically like a neighborhood right around the facility. Alabama as well too. Knoxville, not so much. Not so much. Not so much Neyland Stadium, but like a lot of cool parking opportunities of houses right next to the stadium around the conference.
Yeah, maybe South Knox, when things come together, it'll feel a little bit closer.
Yeah, maybe. But Braden talking about the Super Bowl being in Nashville, how close he lives to the stadium. I mean, he's about to make some bank that week.
Yeah, we'll in 4 years we'll be getting Braden on the show from his yacht.
Well, we'll get an invoice.
That's probably true as well. We'll come back 865-656-9900, free to call in or text. Messaging rates apply, of course. We'll be with you until 3 o'clock. Want to hear from you? We'll talk with you at 865-656-9900. Presented by Junk Beyond on Josh and Swain.
They say the best things in life are free. Streaming 99.1, the sports animal proves it. Always on, always free.
Brogan Financial, wealth management and retirement planning. I want to tell you about Brogan Financial, which works every day as a fiduciary. The team operates as a fiduciary, meaning they have a responsibility to act solely in the best interest of the client. The Brogan Financial team pursues excellence in the delivery of wealth management and comprehensive retirement planning. Their comprehensive plan for you can focus on key areas: income planning, investment management, tax planning, estate and legacy planning, and healthcare planning. They do a great job of making sure their clients understand every part of the plan and how it can serve your needs and your goals for retirement and beyond. See how Jim Brogan and the team can help you with your financial situation, your goals for the future. If you have a family member that needs someone to talk to about their planning for the future, get in touch with Brogan Financial. Founded in 2001 to serve clients in their pursuit of financial independence. See how they can help you by going to broganfinancial.com.
This has been a paid announcement.
If you want a great-looking fence or secure entry gate that will stand the test of time, you need to call Stanley Fencing and Gate. Proudly serving East Tennessee since 2000, Stanley Fencing can customize your fence. Just tell Stanley Fencing your idea, they bring it to life. Offering chain link, vinyl, aluminum, wood fences. They even specialize in secure entry gates to protect your business. For customized fencing and gates backed by a warranty, choose the Stanley Fence family. Call 865-254-3844 or online at stanleyfence.com.
Winning just got closer at the Mint Gaming Hall. Take a spin with our Spin City drawings for a chance to win up to $3,000 cash. Earn entries daily with your Mint Rewards card. Then spin the wheel to determine your cash or free play prize. It's our Spin City drawings Fridays in May in Williamsburg, Kentucky. Check out themintgaming.com for details. Problem gambling? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Welcome to Cashville, Kentucky.
Join Josh and Swain Thursdays. They broadcast live from noon to 3 from the Bed Store on Kingston Pike. While they're out there, they'll have your chance to win Savannah Bananas tickets. The Bed Store has brands like Tempur-Pedic, Stearns & Foster, and Sealy. The right mattress, the right price, guaranteed at the Bed Store.
When it comes to weight loss, you don't need more advice. You need more of what works. That's Weight Watchers, with real tools designed to take the guesswork out of what to eat, how to move, and how to build habits that actually last. That's why Weight Watchers members lose more weight. Real people, real results. Weight Watchers Core Plus. Get started at WeightWatchers.com/radio. In a 6-month clinical trial of over 370 people, those using Weight Watchers saw significantly better results than those following standard nutritional advice alone. See the 2025 study published in the AJCN.
Ready or not, summer is coming, and Wayfair's Memorial Day clearance is on now. Right now through May 25th, get up to 70% off everything home at Wayfair. Plus, score amazing doorbuster deals all sale long and surprise flash deals on Memorial Day. We're talking thousands of products at every style and budget. Now is the time to save big on must-haves for your patio, backyard, and beyond. These savings won't last, so don't wait. Shop Wayfair's Memorial Day clearance now through May 25th.
Wayfair, every style, every home.
How can I help you?
Live agent?
How can I help you?
Live agent!
Stop talking to robots and start talking to Cumulus Digital. When you have questions about your business, you shouldn't have to settle for a virtual person. You need a real local marketing expert who knows your streets and your neighbors. We're right here. For personal service and proven results, visit cumulusdigital.com, fill out the form, and connect to a real person.
Spring cleaning meets hosting season with Zero Res. Get carpets cleaned for just $35 per room, and stairs are now only $35 too. Plus, take $50 off air duct cleaning. Book now, ZeroResKnoxville.com, and get guest ready today.
This is Josh and Swain. Thanks for being with us. 865-656-9900 to join us. Next to Jason Swain at VFL and former Tennessee wide receiver, I'm Josh Ward. Appreciate Braden Gall joining us last segment to talk a little bit about what's going on in Nashville, talk about the big picture stuff, the playoff, leading the conversation around the country with the college football playoff, along with the House settlement. That still gets brought up because there is now pushback over what went down with some administrators at different colleges saying, hey, we need to revisit this thing.
I think they need to revisit it and go back further in time compensate some of those athletes.
I think so. I think they need at least a quarter-century window. Would you agree with that? I think that would be the fair way to approach it.
That's what I was thinking.
We have the CSC. We have more talk of, so are schools going to follow NCAA rules?
I mean, only if it's convenient to them.
Right.
Probably need to ask LSU. Hey, LSU, are y'all even interested in following these rules or no?
It seems like no would be the response.
When they feel like it. When they feel like it.
Yeah, Steve Sarkisian was talking in that interview. They had all kinds of quotes, but one of them was, hey, if we don't like something, we just sue.
That's it.
So LSU,
Brendan Sorsby's doing the same thing.
Yeah, it can be over a number of different subjects. So Brendan Sorsby suing for eligibility.
You know what? I'm gonna try that today, man. I'm gonna go down 40. What's the speed limit on 40, Josh? What's the speed limit? About 55, 65?
I think it's 40, 45.
40, 45 on I-40?
Oh, I-40. I'm sorry. I was thinking Kingston Pike. 55, 65.
65, yeah. I might go 90. I think I might go 90, and then, when I get pulled over, I'm going to say, when the officer comes to the window, hey, don't give me a ticket. I will sue.
Yeah, that's what you should do.
Yeah, I'm going to sue. Yep. No tickets, please. No tickets. I'm going to sue. That's what we're seeing around the world now. No accountability. Just do whatever you can to get around the rules. And it's happening in college sports. It's not good, man. It's really not good. So hopefully NCAA can be able to have some power to be able to hold dudes accountable, hold teams accountable that deserves to be held accountable. But
yeah, that's why I have such an issue with Will Wade, as I know others have pointed out, that hey, if you're doing things that are within the rules, that's one thing. Hate the rules. Don't hate the players that are playing by them. But in this case, he is trying to get rules changed, or he's trying to challenge them, because I don't think that he is signing a full list of eligible players. I think he's signing some players hoping to get them eligible.
Like
that, those
his
are two
whole
different
roster
things.
is going to have a court date schedule. He's going to have to put different players' court dates on the calendar, like a soccer mom with 4 kids at home.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Tim, you have soccer today at 4:00. All right, Mike, you're tomorrow. All these youth sport practices and games goes on the calendar on the refrigerator. That's how Will Wade's going to have his calendar schedule.
Well, he's got to be careful on the calendar not to get court dates confused. There's court dates for being in court over lawsuits for eligibility, and then there's time you'll spend on the court trying to prepare your team. But the last 3 days, we've seen LSU get a commitment from a player who is 25 and will turn 26 this upcoming fall. He was drafted in 2020 in the NBA draft, has been playing overseas. And then yesterday, a commitment from the former Big East Player of the Year at St. John's, R.J. Lewis Jr., who went through the draft process last year, and the player who has played professionally in Italy in the past year. He's only 22 years old. And he also went through the draft, was taken number 58 last year by the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Yeah, I saw the graphic that said Cleveland Cavaliers and then an arrow pointed to the right, LSU Tigers. So he's going from the Cavaliers, a pro team, to a college team in the LSU Tigers. I thought the whole goal was to leave college to go pro.
You want to go college to the NBA, not NBA to college.
Golly, man.
But this player, I think of the three, the one that was drafted last year by the Cavs, would stand the best chance to gain eligibility. Because I don't believe he has signed an NBA two-way contract yet. The player who's turning 26 this fall, I mean, come on.
Yes.
It's ridiculous. He was drafted in 2020. And then R.J. Lewis Jr., he is similar to Bediako in that he left college already went pro, he has signed a contract. He's been traded and released already and signed again. But I think Lewis would have a really tough time based on the Bediako case. But these are all guesses. We'll see how things play out in court when they go there.
Yeah, just because you can do something doesn't mean you should. This reminds me of like middle school and high school coaches because there's not a shot clock nationwide at that level. Now, some states, they do have a shot clock at the high school level. But, like, it reminds me of a middle school, high school coach with no shot clock. It's the first quarter. The team goes up by 6, and now they're going to hold the ball for the rest of the game. I mean, technically it's within the rules, but, like, nobody wants to see that. Like, don't be that guy. Will Wade is being that guy where, okay, you can possibly have some success taking this thing to court and getting some guys eligible, but that's not what college basketball is for. College basketball is for college athletes. It's for young people, not washed-up professionals that is looking just for a payday and using LSU as the vehicle to do so after already pursuing a pro career. Like, that's not what it's for. Don't be that guy.
I'll give Will Wade credit for this. He wanted to prove us wrong because I think many of us said, hey, he's going back to LSU. He doesn't have to worry about breaking the rules now. He can just make those strong A offers. And he said, watch this.
No, I think
I'm going to challenge the eligibility rules, and he's doing it with pro players, one of whom is set to turn 26 this upcoming fall.
No, I bet Will Wade was like, hey, man, you hated me then. Oh, I bet you hate me even more now. I'll prove you wrong. I'll prove you can hate me even more than you did when I was at LSU the first time. Will Wade, guess what? You got a point.
That should be a song when he's introduced at LSU home games. You can hate me now.
Yeah. Hey.
And because I can tell you, the fans won't stop now.
Well, those fans, man, I love to see those LSU fans that had a lot to say about Charles Bediako, pointing the finger. Now they're on board. Hypocrisy at its highest.
865-656-9900. The main story at the cover of ESPN.com's college football page. Quarterback battles in college football.
Are they ranking them? They're like a good ranking, Josh.
I don't think it's ranked.
It's ranking season.
But it is discussed. We'll discuss. We'll invite you to do the same with us at 865-656-9900. Halfway home, 90 minutes to go on Josh and Swain.
It's Big Ticket, sponsored by Food City, certified Angus beef and low T center.
10-5, yeah, baby, touchdown.
You could win season tickets to the following: UT football, UT men's basketball, women's basketball, baseball, softball, or the Ice Bears.
Shot, score!
Listen for where we'll be broadcasting, show up and register, and become a finalist. And at the end of the show, you could be one of 2 selected finalists. The grand prize drawing will be held at the Southern Life Expo in July. Complete details on our website at 991thesportsanimals.com. It's Big Ticket, sponsored by Food City, certified Angus beef and low T center. On your station for Tennessee sports, 99.1.
It's the place for sports.
The Sports Animal.
Unbelievable.
Hey, I'm Josh Hemphill, right here in Knoxville. Let's talk about something that's not always top of mind, but still really important: life insurance. The Josh Hemphill State Farm Team can help you understand options that best fit your family. Contact us right here in Farragut, 865-675-3999.
Time now for a Sports Animals Sports Minute.
Tennessee baseball defeated South Carolina 11-6 last night in the first round of the SEC tournament in Hoover, Alabama. The Vols advanced to take on the 7-seed Arkansas in today's second round. The Razorbacks are the 12th-ranked team in the nation. First pitch is set for 5:30, or following the conclusion of today's second-round matchup between Florida and Vanderbilt. Major League Baseball for your Wednesday, 3 o'clock. Rangers are at the Rockies, 3:40. Diamondbacks host the Giants. White Sox take on the Mariners at 4. At 6:45, the Marlins host the Braves. Guardians visit the Tigers. Nationals face the Mets. 7 o'clock, Blue Jays visit the Yankees. 7:45, Royals host the Red Sox. Brewers visit the Cubs. Cardinals take on the Pirates. Padres get the Dodgers at 8:40. At 9:40, the Angels face the Athletics. Western Conference Finals continue in the NBA playoffs tonight. The Thunder host the Spurs at 8:30. San Antonio leads the series 1-0. And the Western Conference Finals and the Stanley Cup playoffs begin tonight. Avalanche host the Golden Knights for Game 1 at 8. I'm Joel Silverberg.
At Brothers Bedding, we've handcrafted two-sided mattresses since 1938. Right now, shop our Memorial Day event and pay 0 sales tax on select mattress. Plus, get $500 off when you add an adjustable base. Factory direct, no middleman. Visit us today.
Join Tyler and Will this Friday at Rusty Wallace Kia of Alcoa. Come see the huge selection of Kias and deals going on now at Rusty Wallace Kia of Alcoa, 4612 Alcoa Highway. See you there 3 to 7 this Friday with the Sports Animal.
Hey, it's Ange for Chafee, HVAC, plumbing, electrical. It's time to get healthy with Chafee. How about an Induct air purifier? Unlike standard filters that only catch dust, this professional-grade unit actively kills viruses and bacteria, odors, and allergens. How about a whole-home water filtration system? We have one at the Ainge household. This system treats water at the source to provide several key benefits. Removes chlorine, saves your appliances, and softer skin and hair. Find out more by going to Chafee's website, coolingheatingplumbing.com.
Knoxville, get ready to light the fire. TMG Fest is bringing together championship pitmasters from around the country for a full day of live fire cooking, barbecue smoke-offs, food samples, demos, music, and games, all under a covered patio, rain or shine. You taste, you judge, and you decide who takes home the bragging rights. TMG Fest, Saturday, May 23rd, 2 to 9 p.m. at the Hardin Valley Event Center in Knoxville. Get tickets now at tmgfest.com.
Entertaining in my home is my favorite thing to do. Just call me Mini Martha Stewart. Hey, it's Heather Harrington. Part of the reason I love being the hostess is that I've got a gorgeous kitchen to entertain in thanks to the crew at Kitchen Sales. Back in 2019, we saw the writing on the old wall. Our kitchen was too small for our growing family. So we knocked out a few walls, moved old cabinetry to new spots, and then installed a new 11 by 4 foot island. It's got storage on both sides. It is so wonderful. And now every meal or party we have is around that island. Kitchen Sales gave me the kitchen of my dreams, and they can do that for you. Or they can give you an organized playroom, an Insta-worthy closet or bathroom that looks great and fits all your needs. Plus, they work with any budget, big or small. And they have 2 locations to serve you. Hoyt Avenue in downtown, just off Cherry Street, or out in West Knoxville in the Town and Country Circle Drive. You can get started online, too, at kitchensales.net.
This has been a paid advertisement.
At Myers Yardscapes, they're with you from start to finish. From weekly mowing, seasonal pruning and mulch installation, to hydro seeding, irrigation systems, and even outdoor uplighting. 865-567-4982. 865-567-4982 for Myers Yardscapes.
Discover lasting relief and renewed vitality at Marble City Family Chiropractic, now offering MLS cold laser therapy, a cutting-edge, non-invasive treatment that promotes cellular regeneration and healing, ideal for conditions like arthritis, neck and back injuries, herniated discs, knee pain, bursitis, sprains, sports injuries, carpal tunnel, tennis and golf elbow, sciatica, and plantar fasciitis. The treatment is painless and the results are long-lasting. Schedule your appointment today. MarbleCityChiropractic.com or call 766-2081.
Memorial Day savings are going on now at Rusty Wallace Kia of Knoxville. Hey folks, it's Jake. This Memorial Day, celebrate freedom, family, and the American road trip with savings up to $2,900 on the hottest SUV on the road, the all-new 2027 Kia Telluride. If you have a vehicle to trade, now's the time. Get up to $5,500 over KBB value. Come celebrate American-made savings, premium selection, and a dealership experience built around you. It's the Red, White, and You sales event at Rusty Wallace Kia of Knoxville, I-75 at Callahan Drive.
If you or someone you know suffered any injuries involving a deployed airbag, you could be entitled to compensation. Morgan & Morgan has already recovered millions. Get America's largest injury law firm fighting for you.
Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
This report is sponsored by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration.
You think a ticket for not wearing your seatbelt is the worst that could happen. Until you get in a crash. Suddenly, a ticket doesn't seem so bad. Click it, or ticket. Paid for by NHTSA.
We're watching an unsettled weather pattern develop here in East Tennessee as scattered showers pick up into the forecast. That'll continue starting this afternoon and throughout the remainder of your work week. Temperatures, though, do drop from the upper 80s and low 90s for your Wednesday down to the low 80s as the highs on your Thursday. From the WVLT First Alert Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Megan Desmall.
Hi, I'm Andy, owner of Mo Shingles. I'm
I'm our only estimator, which means we don't pay sales commissions. That can save you thousands. If you want the best roof with the best warranty at the best price, call Mo Shingles, 770-0506.
Josh and Swain is brought to you by Junk Be Gone. Rent any dumpster at regular rate and get 2 extra days free. Junk Be Gone, the bee's knees of junk removal for 2 decades.
Fair, honest sports conversation from 2 guys that define credibility. Here's Josh and Swain on 99.1, the Sports Animal.
We're back on Josh and Swain. Thank you for being with us. This will be a shorter segment because we're going to turn around and talk to Austin Price of AllQuest coming up next segment.
Yes,
we'll talk
sir.
Tennessee football with him. So a lot of Tennessee football to talk about. ESPN has a story, and the theme of it is the question, has the college football transfer portal killed QB competitions?
Not in Knoxville.
Not in Knoxville, and it does point out there are some that remain. Alabama has one going on.
Yep.
Tennessee has one going on.
Yep.
Clemson, Vanderbilt, they have a freshman who's coming in to push.
Vanderbilt.
But, man, it's a short list. Bama, Tennessee, Clemson, Arizona State, Florida, Virginia, Vanderbilt, Duke, Iowa, and Arkansas. There are your quarterback competitions. And the story does note that Josh Heupel went after some transfer options like Sam Leavitt. They considered taking Missouri transfer Bo Prabula while the Aguilar and Leavitt situations were still unresolved. We know that Tennessee opted not to work anything out there. Prabula goes to Virginia, which does have another quarterback competition going on, and writes instead they're moving forward with a redshirt freshman battling a true freshman. George McIntyre, who played 18 snaps as a backup last season while redshirting against Faison, who obviously has never taken a snap as a true freshman. And it says they brought in transfer Ryan Staub, who made one start at Colorado last season, to push them. Brandon should be physically ready to play as a freshman, the story notes, and would clearly be the long-term upside play. Can he put in the work over the next few months and play clean enough in fall camp to make Heupel comfortable with rolling out a rookie in the SEC? So that is ESPN's take on the Tennessee quarterback battle with Max Olson, noting Faison's talent at 6'4", 215 pounds.
Did you share anything that we didn't know?
No.
Okay. I was just wondering out loud.
Yeah, I think it's somewhat notable that it doesn't really spend any time talking about George playing other than noting that he took 18 snaps last season. So our take a few days ago, we repeated. Last several months at this point. But since the end of spring racked up, 5 weeks ago or so?
Since the end of spring.
Yeah, Faison is he's the leader.
Josh, don't sell us short.
Yeah.
People got to update after scrimmage number 1.
Yeah.
They got to update after scrimmage number 2. They got to update after the orange and white game. Right here on the program.
Am I roundabouting for the in-state McIntyre?
You are roundabouting.
Yeah, Faison's the leader, and we'll see if he holds on to that lead, if he secures the number 1 quarterback job through summer and through fall camp. I'm sure before the end of fall camp, Josh Heupel wants to do something officially. We'll continue talking Tennessee football, recruiting as well, with Austin Price of AllQuest coming up next on Josh and Swain.
From the Budweiser studios of The Sports Animal, we are 99.1 The Sports Animal.
Are you ready to finally win the battle against your lawn? This is Ty with Tyler Brothers Farm Equipment in Maryville, home of East Tennessee's #1 variety of farm, construction, and lawn equipment for you. There isn't a friendlier or more knowledgeable staff anywhere in the country, and we're happy to help you find the perfect piece of equipment or parts for your needs. Whether it's Kubota or so many other top brands, Tyler Brothers will talk you through what's best fit based on what your needs are. Family owned for over 4 decades and located next to Smoky Mountain Harley Davidson, let Tyler Brothers help you win the battle of your lawn this season.
Mike Rowe here with a random fact. More than half of the homes that have basements in North America will experience water damage. It's true. Whether it's basement moisture,
flooding, or bowing walls, do yourself a favor and call a groundworks company. I spent some time working with these guys. They're the real deal. Their people are trained and certified to waterproof your basement and stabilize your walls. Schedule a free inspection with AFS, a groundworks company, and tell them Mike sent you.
Licensed in all states where work is performed. See website for details.
Do you want your next event to be the one they'll be talking about for years? Whether a watch party, wedding, tailgate, or corporate event, it's time to make your event legendary. With Colossal Productions, future celebrations will never be the same after you experience one of our colossal 14 or 16-foot video walls. Whether a business owner, event planner, or party thrower, Colossal Productions has a video wall that will make your next get-together unlike any other. See the visuals for yourself at colossalproductions.com and book yours today. Colossal Productions, where every event becomes legendary.
Knoxville, get ready to light the fire. TMG Fest is bringing together championship pitmasters from around the country for a full day of live fire cooking, barbecue smoke-offs, food samples, demos, music, and games, all under a covered patio, rain or shine. You taste, you judge, and you decide who takes home the bragging rights. TMG Fest, Saturday, May 23rd, 2 to 9 p.m. at the Hardin Valley Event Center in Knoxville. Get tickets now at tmgfest.com.
I know that hiring can be challenging. You sort through tons of resumes and you get too many so-so applicants. You're just waiting for someone to match your role perfectly. Well, now, there's a place where you can meet them fast. ZipRecruiter.
Need to hire right away. Start your search for strong candidates. The right fit awaits. Build your team. Build it sooner. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.
Just head to ZipRecruiter.com/free right now to try it for free. And you're on your way to meeting your match. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. So try it now. Go to ZipRecruiter.com/free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Meet your match on ZipRecruiter. Try it free.
There's only one Ozempic. Hello, I'm Ozempic, and I'm other GLP-1s, kind of like him. Ozempic, you redid your jingle?
Thanks for noticing. Catchy, right?
No.
Okay, then. Well, ask your doctor about which FDA-approved uses of me, the Ozempic pen, may be right for you. Call 1-833-OZEMPIC or visit Ozempic.com to view the medication guide and learn more about Ozempic semaglutide injection, 2 milligrams. Only Novo Nordisk makes FDA-approved Ozempic.
There's only one Ozempic.
I told you it was catchy.
Shop the Sherwin-Williams Memorial Day sale and get 30% off paints and stains May 15th through the 28th. Whether you're refreshing your interior or exterior, we've got the colors to bring your vision to life. And with delivery, getting everything to your door is easier than ever. Shop online to have it delivered or visit your neighborhood Sherwin-Williams store. Retail sales only. Some exclusions apply. See store for details. Delivery available on qualifying orders.
This is Josh and Swain. Thanks for being with us. Next to Jason Swain at VFL and former Tennessee wide receiver, I am Josh Ward, and we go to the Stanley Fencing and Gates hotline to say hello to Austin Price. He covers Tennessee football recruiting for VolQuest.com, and he joins us every week thanks to Colossal Productions with their massive mobile LED screens. Find them online at colossalproductions.com. Austin, appreciate the time as always. I will go ahead and get the prerequisite questions out of the way to start. Latest on David Gabriel Georges with visits coming up, and Chaz Coleman with summer workouts coming up.
That's fantastic. The eyes will be on Chaz Coleman, Josh, next week when Tennessee reconvenes for the start of summer workouts. Everybody's still out and about doing their own thing. They'll get in town late this weekend, and then summer workouts with Derek Owens will begin early next week, and that's when you'll kind of get an idea. As we sit here at 1:48 on a Wednesday, I'll just be shocked if he's not back out there. I think there's been some positive momentum there behind the scenes for the last several weeks, so I'm going with he's going to be there next week. Maybe I'll be shocked, But that's where I'm going as we sit here on Wednesday at 1:48 Eastern. As for David Gabriel Georges, nothing new much going on there. David elected not to take any visits during the spring. He's laid low, just kind of been doing his own thing down there at Chattanooga Baylor. And he will visit 4 schools over the next 4 weeks, starting next weekend when he visits Ohio State. Then he'll visit Tennessee, and then he'll close it out with Georgia and Ole Miss the last 2 weekends before announcing his decision 3rd week of July. So a lot of time in between last visit and decision day. Does it stick to that, or does it end up getting bumped up? I don't know. We'll see. Either way, I still think Tennessee's in a really strong spot here. Again, as we sit here at now 1:49 on a Wednesday in the middle part of May. So Tennessee's done a really nice job. Ohio State's done a really nice job. I do think there are some boxes that Tennessee checks in terms of friends. Obviously the Tennessee people around Baylor, the need at running back to come in right away, the ability to do certain things, that I'm not sure he could do at Ohio State. And, again, we'll see, but I still like Tennessee's chances, as we said here, the middle part of May.
How do you assess some of the in-state players picking other schools? One picked, the kid from Martin picked Kentucky, and then the local product right here, and from Halls picked Clemson. I know you talked a little bit about this last week, and Miami coming in really, really strong with a Will Wade type of offer, and then the Clemson was ultimately the team that got him. How would you assess for the fans who are still getting used to how recruiting has changed over the last couple of years because of NIL? How would you kind of address them with some of the in-state players who are not picking Tennessee?
Yeah, I had somebody tag me on Twitter. Well, you just said on Josh and Swain last week that you like Tennessee. I did, as of last Wednesday. Back Thursday, I taped a commitment interview with the kid. Same thing I did with Miles Brown at Martin Westview. But in this era, things change day to day. And so it's why you ultimately just kind of lay low on a lot of this stuff. Giving a lot of predictions, I can have it dead right or dead wrong, and then it ends up being the exact opposite within, 24 hours of one another. Miami came hard. They came hard enough to make him think, but he still was sticking with Tennessee. Then when Clemson came hard, that one was different because his relationships at Clemson were very much like the ones at Tennessee. And Tennessee's just in a spot right now where they would rather spend their money 6 or 7 months from now on the portal. Listen, they're going to spend big on a David Gabriel Georges or a DJ Jacobs or somebody like that, like an old school, like the last few years, like a David Sanders or a Faison Brandon. For players that they're not sure are going to help for a year or two, they don't want to put a bunch of money into just to stand over on the sidelines. They've done that.
Yep.
And it's probably not the best use of money.
Yep.
So Tennessee's kind of done a pivot here, Jason, to where, they're willing to spend. They feel like they gave a fair offer to both guys. They wanted both players, but they're not willing to just grossly overspend, and they're going to let other schools do that because they feel like they don't have to, at this point in time. So, again, it's just a pivot and strategy with the high school kids. Again, they're going to have a uber competitive, uber big offer for a guy like David Gabriel Georges. Other players, they're going to be more methodical about it.
Austin Price is with us from VolQuest. He joins us thanks to Colossal Productions. What can you tell us about the commitment Tennessee did land from another defensive back prospect from inside the state?
Yeah, Slim Lavelle, a kid out of good pasture, long, rangy corner, 6'2". Really, corner was last year was the first time he's played corner. He had been playing wide receiver and safety up to that point. We'll see where he gets at when he gets to, or where he ends up at when he gets to the college game. If he can play corner at 6'2", that's pretty good, right? You like big, tall, rangy corners if you can get them. At minimum, you're getting a really good athlete that has position flexibility. And you had Florida, Clemson, Florida State, NC State. They all kind of came calling over the last several months for Slim. But Tennessee had always kind of been in a good spot there. They positioned themselves well, and they were able to come to an agreement on the NIL rev share stuff that ultimately landed him in Knoxville.
You mentioned DJ Jacobs, five-star prospect in the 27 class. What is the latest with him, where Tennessee might stand in trying to get him to campus?
Rodney Garner was down there a little over a week ago to see him. Tennessee has a really good relationship there. He's committed to Ohio State, kid from just outside of Atlanta. Rodney's known the family for a long time, known the dad for a long time. I think he officially visits. Now, technically, again, as we said here, we keep giving times. What is it now? 1:54. 1:54. He doesn't have anything officially set up, but I think that ultimately happens. I think they just want to be, very discreet about it on the low. But I think they know the visit's going to get out. They just don't want a bunch of hoopla about it. I think they want to come give Tennessee a look and see where things go and remain committed to Ohio State. And, we'll see if Tennessee can flip the momentum ultimately to Rocky Top.
What is it going to take for George McIntyre to close the gap? I know the gap is not big, but I'm not going to sit here and think if this is a tie. What is it going to take for George to take the lead in this quarterback race? Is there anything he can do this summer before the fall that stands out to you?
Everybody's made so much about the weight stuff. I think the weight is the weight at this point. Faison's always going to have the leg up in that department. I think it's just getting the ball out on time, making good throws, making good decisions, not putting the ball in harm's way, but ultimately getting the ball out. Probably took a few too many sacks in the spring, and part of that's not on him, but part of it probably was. And if he gets the ball out on time, shows he can run the offense efficiently and does all that, then I think he can still potentially win Tennessee's quarterback job. I don't think it's done to Faison Brandon. I know what Trey said about a Hail Mary and all that stuff. I think you're still too early in the process. But you don't throw Hail Marys in the second quarter. And I think that's kind of where we're at with this thing, right? You're not in the fourth quarter of this quarterback competition. You're about halftime. So we'll see coming out of halftime, which is the first part of fall camp, the first two scrimmages will prove pivotal to see who wins Tennessee's starting quarterback job. But Faison Brandon, for a true freshman, had a really good spring. Was he perfect? No, not by any stretch. But did he do enough to go, whoa, look at this guy? Absolutely, which is why there is momentum there for him heading into the summer months. He's going to continue to get with those receivers and work timing and work camaraderie and all that stuff, just like George was doing back in the winter before Faison got here when he got the receivers together down in the month of January in Miami. So both guys are going to continue to battle it out, and we'll see kind of where things go, over the next few months.
Austin, before you go, did we miss anything, either Tennessee football team-related or recruiting with the Vols right now?
Not really. A lot of visitors coming to campus this weekend. You got 6, 7, 8 official visitors coming in town. Be interested to see how they navigate all that with the Savannah Bananas in town, because Tennessee won't have use of the stadium while the Bananas have the use of the stadium. So those OVs will take place at other spots on campus, and we'll see where things go from there. And then Tennessee's got the A65 Live event this weekend with a bunch of unofficial visitors coming to town that will, in turn around and take official visits to Tennessee over the next 3, 4, 5 weeks. So a lot of recruiting talk. We've obviously got baseball coverage at VolQuest right now with the baseball Vols down in Hoover, down at the SEC tournament. The golf team just made the NCAA championships yesterday. Credit to Brennan Webb and Josh Hill and Lance Simpson as those guys really pushed it through. The women's golf team's heading off to the NCAA championships as well. So a lot of good things going on.
Hey, I'm mostly joking with this question. Would NCAA rules allow Tennessee to have one of the recruits taken at bat in the Savannah Bananas game? Is that allowed? What's allowed these days?
I couldn't tell you what's allowed or what's not. I guess if the Savannah Bananas wanted to pay an NIL, pay a kid to come taking it bad, they could, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, we're all guessing at this point. We'll check with Will Wade and see what he says. Hey, Austin, we appreciate the time as always. Thank you so much, and we'll talk to you again soon.
Appreciate it, guys. Thank you.
Austin Price joining us, VolQuest.com, and he joins us every week thanks to Colossal Productions. They're awesome, great company, can help you with your next event that you're planning. If you're putting together a watch party, neighborhood event, whatever the case is, a an event for your company, get in touch with Colossal Productions. They can bring their massive mobile LED screens to you. That's why they're mobile. They bring them to you, have an awesome audio system they can put together. They can take your event to the next level. Go online to colossalproductions.com. We have another hour to go. 865-656-9900 to join us on Josh and Swain.
Hey, it's Ainge for Better Mattress, BEDRmattress.com, guys, and it's where Goodnight got better, and it's where we're giving you options right now. Yes, that is correct. You can come in and you can upgrade the size of your mattress. You can get a king size for the price of a queen, or you can get an instant rebate on queen or below, or a free adjustable base. How about right now, going with 12 or 24 months, 0% interest financing. You could pay as little as $63 a month. BEDRmattress.com.
Join the Eric Ainge Show with Brian Rice this Friday from 9 to noon at Rusty Wallace Kia of Knoxville on Callahan Drive. Stop by and meet the guys and see the all-new Kia Tellurides. Only at Rusty Wallace Kia of Knoxville this Friday with 99.1 The Sports Animal.
Hi, I'm Brian Chapman, your local Geico agent. My staff and I would love to help you save on all your insurance needs, including car, home, boat, and more. My local Geico office is located on Kingston Pike in Knoxville, so stop by or give us a call for a free quote.
You've probably never heard of Lancaster, Tennessee. It's where I grew up on our family's farm.
Now tell them the whole story, John.
That's Chelsea, my wife. And what she means is I'm the 8th generation to grow up on our farm in Smith County.
And our boys make generation number 9.
I grew crops on this land, and I grew 2 great businesses.
Now John's growing a movement in his campaign for governor.
Tennessee needs a governor with CEO experience, someone tough like Trump.
Even President Trump tells people John is fantastic, and he really is.
President Trump makes tough decisions. That's what CEOs do, and it's what I'll do as governor. With our cities booming and people moving into our state like crazy, our governor will have to make tough decisions to keep Tennessee conservative.
A CEO who's tough like Trump. Yep, that's what we need, even if I am a little biased.
I'm John Rose. I'm asking for your support.
Pretty good for a farm boy, isn't it? Paid for by John Rose for governor.
Knoxville area contractors, tired of suppliers who just don't get your business? Win Supply of East Tennessee HVAC is locally owned, contractor focused, and backed by national buying power. We proudly supply GE Appliances air and water solutions, giving you trusted HVAC products and dependable support. With GE Appliances and the Win Supply network behind us, you get strength, availability, and real partnership. Learn more at winsupply.com or call 865-381-7680. Win Supply of East Tennessee HVAC, your local edge with national reach.
Is your house just one big headache and you want to sell it fast at a fair price? Hi, I'm Pat with ProSource Home Buyers, and I will make you a fair, as-is, all-cash offer on your house today, no matter the condition, price range, or location. Call me at 865-500-3711. Maybe it's inherited, sitting vacant, causing you financial stress, or needs more repairs than you can handle. Whatever the situation or condition, I'll buy it. Our customers say things like,
"It was very smooth and easy, and we are satisfied with the amount we received from my mother's property."
The entire process was easy. They were upfront, honest, and kept me informed every step of the way.
ProSource is a great company to work with. We had a great experience from start to finish.
whatever the situation or condition, I'll buy it, and we can close in as little as a week. If you're ready to sell your house fast, call me at 865-500-3711. That's 865-500-3711. That's 865-500-3711.
In a flash, sell your house for cash. ProSource Home Buyers.
Spring is sprung in Knoxville, and it's time to step outside with New Balance. Discover the perfect fit with New Balance shoes. Whether you're hitting the trails, strolling the park, New Balance has shoes designed for comfort and style. Check out the fashionable 574 and 327 models, perfect for any spring outfit. Or if you're ready to run, try the 880s or the all-new design 1540 for the ultimate in performance. Visit New Balance Knoxville today, suburban shopping center just west of Westtown Mall. Get outside and enjoy these warmer days with New Balance.
Listen for details on Big Ticket. Brought to you by Food City, Certified Angus Beef and Low T Center on WNML AM Knoxville, WNML FM Friendsville, 99.1. The Sports Animal.
This is a Westwood One Sports Minute.
The New York Knicks beat the Cleveland Cavaliers 115-104 last night in overtime. The Knicks came back from 22 points down in the fourth to rally to force overtime. Jalen Brunson figured out that if he attacked James Harden on defense, the Knicks would have points down the floor on every possession. Game 2 is Thursday night at MSG. I'm Chris Black.
Did you know about 1 in 3 people with plaque psoriasis may also develop psoriatic arthritis, which causes joint pain, stiffness, and swelling? Does this sound like you? Listen to what it sounds like to be a million miles away. Tremfya guselkumab, taken by injection, is a prescription medicine for adults with moderate to severe plaque psoriasis who may benefit from taking injections or pills or phototherapy, and for adults with active psoriatic arthritis. Serious allergic reactions and increased risk of infections and liver problems may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check you for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, or if you need a vaccine. Imagine being a million miles away. Explore what's possible. Ask your doctor about Tremfya. Visit Tremfya.com or call 1-800-526-7736.
Twin Peaks. Eats, drinks, scenic views.
Josh and Swain is brought to you by Junk Be Gone. Rent any dumpster at regular rate and get 2 extra days free. Junk Be Gone, the bee's knees of junk removal for 2 decades.
This is Josh and Swain. Thank you for being with us. Day 2 of the SEC baseball tournament, Tennessee and Arkansas.
Bring it on, bring it on. I saw the ABS in Tennessee's favor yesterday. That was fun. But Tennessee was getting after Carolina's butt, man. Carolina fought as much as they could, but Tennessee's bats continue to stay hot.
Yesterday, Ole Miss had a tough time with Missouri. Ole Miss's rival did not. Mississippi State run-ruled Mizzou 12-2 in Hoover, Alabama.
Whoa.
Florida leads Vanderbilt 2-0 in the top of the second, so they're playing right now. And then Tennessee and Arkansas. And I guess the run rule, maybe that'll help Tennessee. Arkansas have a better chance to start on time. It started maybe a little after 6:30 yesterday. Is that right?
The game was scheduled for 5:30.
Yeah.
That's like when your friend say, "Hey, I'm be at your house at 5:30," and it's 5:30, and you text them and go, "I'm on my way." Oh man, you know what that means? They ain't left the house yet. They have not left the house yet at all. They are still at the house. They might not even be dressed. Probably didn't even take a shower yet.
Yep. A tale is being told.
Oh man. Yeah. So I was sitting there going, I'm not trying to watch these. I won't call them bums because they beat us, but I'm not trying to watch these teams play. Where's the Vols? I'm not trying to watch Vanderbilt, Kentucky play. Let's get this thing going. But it finally got going.
Yeah, big opportunity against number 12 Arkansas coming up later today. And I don't know if we mentioned yesterday or Monday, but Tennessee back in D1 baseball's top 25, number 23 in the country. So finishing strong, finishing 500 in conference play, and back in the top 25. They've secured a spot in the NCAA tournament. We'll just see where that spot is after the conference tournament.
Well, Baseball America had Tennessee in the top 25 for, I want to say, a couple weeks now.
Okay.
But you know how I operate.
Find the highest ranking. Baseball's tough to keep up with because you have so
It's
many
like
polls
4
out
of them,
there.
right?
Yeah.
But recruiting rankings, whoever has Tennessee the highest, that recruiting service is my favorite. And the baseball publication that has Tennessee ranked the highest, that's also my favorite. That's how I look at things as a Vol fan. these content creators do Tennessee fans the same way. It's like, hey, I need some traffic. Let me talk about Tennessee.
If you write about Tennessee, if you write about Nebraska with that fan base, they will come to see what you say.
All right, Josh, I got a completely off sports topic question for you.
I'm ready for this.
Is going from 5th grade to 6th grade graduating?
Oh. This is kind of a hot button topic, I think, these days, especially this time of year.
Man, I'm a parent that have a high school graduate and a 5th grader going to the 6th grade. Is it the same? Is the 5th grader graduating? Like I need help because this morning I went to a service ceremony.
Yeah.
For my 5th grader. She's been walking around the house calling it a graduation. I'm not trying to poo-poo on her parade.
Sure.
I'm not trying to rain on her parade. But I don't remember having a ceremony when I went 5th grade to 6th grade.
Yeah.
I remember having a session where, we thanked the Lord that I was able to pass. But it wasn't a ceremony. It wasn't a graduation ceremony. So I got to ask somebody else, man.
Well, I am like you in that one of my first thoughts is I think back to my time because I was able to advance through.
Back in my day. Walking to school up those Farragut Hills in the snow.
So when I made it through kindergarten to 1st grade, that was a big deal. Hey, your first year in a school.
Okay.
I actually, when I was in kindergarten, I think it was suggested by my teacher at the time, hey, this young guy's a little wild. Maybe he needs another year before he goes to 1st grade. But I advanced on. It was a big deal. But there was no ceremony for me.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
I did make it through Farragut Intermediate School proudly, advanced from 5th grade to the 6th grade to head on to middle school.
Did you graduate? Was it a graduation ceremony?
There was no ceremony. There was just, see you next year at that school, not this school. And I looked forward to that. So I went on my merry way. When I finished the 12th grade, we then had a graduation. We had a ceremony. We were handed a diploma.
Yeah.
Which to me is the deciding factor. So I am not going to offer anything offensive for anybody that is celebrating the advancement from kindergarten to 1st grade or 5th grade to 6th grade and tell you that no, it is not a graduation. But I know that in my experience having made those advancements, I did not consider myself a graduate until I finished the 12th grade.
I think any excuse or reason to celebrate young people as much as you can during this developmental stages is very important and vital, especially when you look at all the negativity traps out there with social media and things like that. So it's important. I think celebration can be done after every grade.
Sure.
After every report card, right?
Yeah.
You find reasons to celebrate success. Cool, let's do it. But you don't have to call it a graduation.
Right. My kindergartner got a certificate for some of his reading advancements. We were celebrating that. We were super proud of him, very happy for him. But he didn't graduate.
You get a pan pizza?
Oh, that's the summer program's coming back, right?
Yeah. Hey, take it old school. I get a pan pizza for your reading.
Yep. We're going to be all about that.
Yeah, absolutely.
I will tell you.
Absolutely. So I just been. I had to ask somebody.
I understand.
I had to ask somebody.
Well, because you've gone through multiple graduations in the last week.
Yeah. I mean, my 5th grader is, pumping her chest out and beating her chest around the house talking about well, I'm graduating too. Because, her older sister graduated high school.
Yeah.
And
well, there's the competitive part of it.
Yeah, but I haven't been able to say, you know what, you're right. I've kind of been like, oh, okay. That's been my response. Oh, all right, dear. Okay, all right, dear. Yeah, okay. I haven't said, yeah, baby, you graduating too. I keep it real on here. I'm definitely keeping it real with my kids at home.
Sure, yeah.
So I haven't said no, but I haven't said yeah either. I've just been like, oh, all right, yeah. I'll see you at the ceremony.
Yeah, you want to support and congratulate for good accomplishments.
Heck yeah, man.
But also keep it real at the same time.
Heck yeah. Heck yeah. Heck yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, heck yeah.
Landon says, I don't see anyone walking around waving their 5th grade diplomas.
I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying.
Now, Justin pushes back on me citing my experience with Josh being a boomer. Doesn't that predate ceremonies altogether? I was called a boomer earlier today.
That's not funny. I'm older than you.
Yep. We're a fellow class of 03.
Yeah. Man, that knocked the laugh right out of my chest.
Yep. Let's see. We have another text that says, in Alabama.
Oh, no. Let's just stop right there. Let's stop right there.
We'll stop there, but it did finish with a no offense, Swain.
We're talking about education. Mississippi and Alabama should be excluded from the conversation. All right?
You can say that.
Oh, I know I can.
You advanced through the Alabama education system.
I can't say that.
And look at you today, thriving.
Man.
With a diploma from the University of Tennessee.
You're dang right. And Rolling Hills Elementary.
There you go.
I'm just kidding.
I was fair at K through 12.
Oh, man.
Let's see. Mike says, not sure you need a ceremony for 5th grade graduation, but you should get sprinkles on your ice cream. Support that.
Oh, man. I love y'all. Y'all are great.
Knox County closes out tomorrow. So congratulations to all that made it through the year, both students and teachers and staff.
Yeah, shout out to the teachers and staff members that, man, working in the schools is not easier, certainly harder. And, man, I appreciate the teachers and
big time.
Enjoy your summer because you have earned it. And get ready to put that armor back on here in a couple months. But right now, relax, take it off, and enjoy your summer. Kick your feet up.
Yes, big thank you to the teachers, to the staff at all the schools helping the young ones get through each grade.
Sounds like an attaboy, atta-girl worthy right there.
We can do that right now.
Yeah,
attaboys and attagirls, the teachers.
Yeah, man.
There was Teacher Appreciation Week, but I think it's really Teacher Appreciation Month, the way May is treated, closing out the year. And then you get to this time of year, you're a teacher. You know, kids have they got that summeritis. They're ready.
The teachers got it too.
Well, sure, but they've got to stay and focus and corral that energy that the students have.
The students don't want to be, at school at this time of the year. The teachers don't want to see the kids. They don't want to see your face anymore, especially the bad ones. Let's wrap this thing up. Let's wrap it up.
It's movie day, kids.
Yeah, no one wants to be here. When they used to bring that cart down the hallway,
big cart with the TV,
with the TV strapped on. Oh, it is on today, buddy. It is on today. Put my pencil up and my trapper keeper up. We are watching movies. Let's go. Let's go.
Those had to be some strong straps as well, because those TVs, they weighed a ton and a half.
The big turtle back.
Yeah.
Turtle shell in the back.
Yeah, you had to put your legs
in
full position to push that bad boy.
Yeah. Kids don't know about that today.
They don't. They don't appreciate it. We do appreciate the teachers. We appreciate everybody making the school year happen for the kids. We hand out attaboys and attagirls every day. Today to the teachers getting ready to wrap up or having wrapped up the 2025-26 academic year. We'll come back. We'll graduate on to the next segment of Josh and Swain, 865-656-9900 to be part of the show on Josh and Swain.
It's Big Ticket, sponsored by Food City Certified Angus Beef and Low T Center.
10-5. Yeah, baby. Touchdown.
You could win season tickets to the following: UT football, UT men's basketball, women's basketball, baseball, softball, or the Ice Bears.
Shot, score!
Listen for where we'll be broadcasting, show up and register, and become a finalist. And at the end of the show, you could be one of 2 selected finalists. The grand prize drawing will be held at the Southern Life Expo in July. Complete details on our website at 991thesportsanimal.com. It's Big Ticket, sponsored by Food City Certified Angus Beef at Low T Center on your station for Tennessee Sports 99.1.
It's the place for sports.
The sports animal.
Unbelievable.
When you're preparing for your presentation, what you say matters. Your delivery matters. The quality matters. Your image matters. So trust Image Matters, Knoxville's most respected office technology dealer, to create the image you want. Image Matters is locally owned and operated, offering total document output solutions to fit both your needs and budget. From multifunction printers to production printing, backed by customer service that's second to none. To learn how Image Matters can help you, visit imagemattersinc.com or call 865-212-3600. Technology you need, people you trust.
Protect your home with a new roof. Creative Metal Systems offers expert shingle and metal installation in East Tennessee. Get long-term durability and peace of mind. Visit CreativeMetalSystems.com now and schedule your free no-hassle quote. That's CreativeMetalSystems.com.
Are you a collector? Sports or Pokemon cards, jerseys, signed Tennessee memorabilia, or whatever keepsake you're looking for can all be found at East Tennessee's #1 collectible home at Collectibles and More. Find your next Man Cave showpiece at our new upgraded location in Alcoa behind Texas Roadhouse in La Follette, or coming soon to Jefferson City. Collectibles and More has any new rare item you've been looking for and can find any piece you can fathom. Listen for the next Vol signing coming soon, and until then, get by the best collectibles experience anywhere. Get in the game this season and every season at Collectibles and More.
Hey folks, Gerald Anderson with Ted Russell Nissan. You know what time it is? It's Drive for 55 time. So bring that sled to Ted, and it's worth $5,500 toward the purchase of any new in-stock Nissan. Only at Ted Russell Nissan, right here in beautiful West Knoxville on Kingston Pike. Tennessee residents must pay tax $5.95 fee and all rebates included.
Knoxville, get ready to light the fire. TMG Fest is bringing together championship pitmasters from around the country for a full day of live fire cooking, barbecue smoke-offs, food samples, demos, music, and games, all under a covered patio, rain or shine. You taste, you judge, and you decide who takes home the bragging rights. TMG Fest, Saturday, May 23rd, 2 to 9 p.m. at the Hardin Valley Event Center in Knoxville. Get tickets now at tmgfest.com.
Twin Peaks is the best in the game. Here, your favorite drafts are poured at a frosty 29 degrees, and rare barrel-aged whiskeys are served just the way you want them. It's bigger game days and bolder fight nights. I mean, where else can you find a scratch kitchen that always comes in clutch every day from lunch to late night? Only at Twin Peaks, the #1 sports bar.
Stick around after the sun sets. Twin Peaks is open really late. Wind down with bourbon and late-night bites.
Did you know about 1 in 3 people with plaque psoriasis may also develop psoriatic arthritis, which causes joint pain, stiffness, and swelling? Does this sound like you? Listen to what it sounds like to be a million miles away. Tremfya guselkumab, taken by injection, is a prescription medicine for adults with moderate to severe plaque psoriasis who may benefit from taking injections or pills or phototherapy, and for adults with active psoriatic arthritis. Serious allergic reactions and increased risk of infections and liver problems may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check you for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, or if you need a vaccine. Imagine being a million miles away. Explore what's possible. Ask your doctor about Tremfya. Visit Tremfya.com or call 1-800-526-7736.
Join the Eric Kane Show live from 9 to noon this Thursday at Better Mattress, 9314 Kingston Pike. Come by and register to win Savannah Banana tickets, a chance to score a 4-pack this Thursday. We'll see you at Better Mattress.
At Myers Yardscapes, they're with you from start to finish. From weekly mowing, seasonal pruning and mulch installation to hydro seeding, irrigation systems, and even outdoor uplighting. 865-567-4982. 865-567-4982 for Myers Yardscapes.
Stream the Sports Animal free via the app, your smart speaker, your favorite streaming service, or the website at 991thesportsanimal.com.
The hottest sports stories of the day, broken down to their very core with honest, informed opinions. Here's Josh and Swain on The Sports Animal.
This is Josh and Swain. Thanks for being with us. Available anywhere you get your podcasts. Apple and Spotify. You can find us in the podcast section of the WNML app. Last hour, we talked to Braden Gall of 440 Sports and Austin Price of VolQuest. Tennessee football, always part of the conversation, 865-656-9900. If you would like to join us with the main story on the college football page at ESPN.com about college football quarterback competitions and how we don't see quite as many because often you see a school bring in a transfer, and sometimes the coach will tell you, hey, we have a competition here, with everyone knowing who's going to win that competition with the transfer that comes in, but you have to allow it to play out. But what you pay a player will often indicate what's going to happen. Sometimes the pay is going to be competitive, and that's because you have a real competition. But another competition that was noted by ESPN along with Tennessee is Alabama. Keelan Russell, who is the talented second-year quarterback, was very highly touted in last year's class, versus Austin Mack, who transferred to Alabama from Washington a couple of years ago when Kalen DeBoer took the Bama job.
Yeah, you can usually tell who is expected to win the battle when you find out what the NIL deal is between the quarterback. But you can't let that rank higher than the actual work that's done on the football field.
Right.
I mean, that has to be the most important factor in determining a starting quarterback. Keelan Russell, that's intriguing because he is the really good player coming out of high school, but then Mack is the guy who came with DeBoer from Washington and knows the system probably a lot more.
Yeah, Mack is a talented player, and he does have the experience in the system both at Washington and Alabama the last two seasons. Russell is a super talented player, young. He's been there for a year.
Yeah.
He was the number 2 overall recruit in the country in last year's class.
Yeah, and they probably understood that it's hard to hold on to players like that for more than one season. And Ty Simpson probably was not kicked out, but they were probably encouraging him to go to the NFL so they could kind of move with their next quarterback of the future. But that's going to be a real tight race. I mean, I think that's going to be one of the tightest races, in the country. Obviously, Tennessee's will be tight because of both guys, super young or whatever. But like that race is that because I think both guys kind of do the same thing. But they're both mobile from side to side, and obviously they can throw. Whereas the Tennessee competition, you got one guy who's really mobile from side to side, and one more mobile north and south.
So Alabama also of note because Tennessee will face whichever quarterback wins that battle. Same with Vanderbilt, but that's not until the end of the season. Right now there is a ton of anticipation about what their true freshman can do. Jared Curtis, he was once committed to Georgia, very talented player.
I mean, I kind of feel like you got to make him the starting quarterback. You got the boy in the movie. You got him, you had him on
it's in the Nate Bargatze movie.
Yeah, man. Like, he's paid big bucks. He's probably the highest paid quarterback in the room.
This is another one where it's a young quarterback versus a player with system experience. Blaze Berlovitz, who was at New Mexico State and has played in this offense under Tim Beck, both there and now at Vanderbilt.
Who you think getting more money in that room?
Oh, that one's a runaway.
All right.
That's Jared Curtis.
That's probably going to be the starting quarterback. Like, I think in most cases, you can look and see how much the coaching staff has determined who deserves what. And in most cases, that's going to be a starting quarterback. Now, you have to play really poor in a QB battle if you are being paid the most and you lose the battle. My gosh, you must have sucked during fall camp. I mean, really, really was terrible. If you're getting paid more money than the other guy and they still named the other guy the starting quarterback, you must have terrible, man. You really must have blew it.
Yeah, if you're way behind on the money, you have to be obviously ahead on the field.
Yep. To win it. Yep. And I'm not saying that because I think it's wrong. It just kind of is what it is.
Yeah, that's the reality of, I think, most jobs, companies, or teams, and that's the way it is in the NFL, NBA, Major League Baseball. Russell Wilson had to go show that he's obviously better than Matt Flynn, with Matt Flynn getting a free agent deal to go to Seattle. But Russell Wilson showed up and said, no, I'm clearly better than this guy. You got to put me on the field. And they went with Russell Wilson.
Yeah, that's when, like, the money, because, like, you don't waste money. Okay, it's kind of like cooking a dinner. Ideally, it's great if you don't waste anything, right? But there's times when you cook dinner and you may cook a little bit more than you need. But as long as everyone's full, like, you don't mind tossing like a little bit of the scraps away. You're not gonna save it. You're probably gonna throw it away. It's okay, even though today you really don't want to throw anything away because the groceries are expensive. But like, if you waste money, in this case with football, it's best to waste it in a situation where at least you got the production. Like for Tennessee, Austin Price was talking about the last 2 years, we've paid freshmen to come in, paid them a lot of money, but they didn't do anything in year 1 and year 2. Last year, we paid a player a lot of money, and one got hurt, another one got hurt, and then another one was, had conduct detrimental to the team. So that was a waste of money where you didn't get their production. In the quarterback room, let's just say, all right, you're paying Faison this amount. You're paying George this amount. One's getting paid more than the other, but the guy who's getting paid the least, he's still coming out and he's being productive. Well, it's a benefit for your team. It's a benefit for your offense. So, like, it's okay. And you could look at it and say, maybe it's not a waste because the room is giving you production. You're just not getting that production from the guy that you're paying the most to.
Yeah, and the Faison George money, it's probably more competitive than like the Vanderbilt situation. I'll bet that's a pretty wide gap to get Curtis from Georgia.
I think you're right. At the end of the day,
the wide gap would be Ryan Staub, I'm sure, trying to overtake Georgia.
It's a wide gap. But at the end of the day, it doesn't matter what the amount is. If you're getting production from the room, that's the most important thing. That's the most important thing. You obviously want to try not to pay an individual a lot of money and not get the return on the investment. But if you can get production from the room, it takes this thing out of it a little bit.
So the battles continue, not as many around the country, but one of them is right here in Knoxville. Faison Brandon and George McIntyre with summer workouts set to begin here in just a few days. We'll come back with 30 minutes to go on today's show. 865-656-9900 to be part of it. Jason Swain is here at VFL and former Tennessee wide receiver. I'm Josh Ward. We are presented by Junk Be Gone, online at junkbegone.biz on Josh and Swain.
For details on how to match up the timing on the Vol Network audio with games carried on TV, text the word MATCH to 865-656-9900. That's MATCH to 656-9900.
Hey, I'm Josh Hemphill, right here in Knoxville. Let's talk about something that's not always top of mind, but still really important, life insurance. The Josh Hemphill State Farm team can help you understand options that best fit your family. Contact us right here in Powell at 865-512-7542.
Time now for a Sports Animals Sports Minute.
Tennessee baseball defeated South Carolina 11-6 last night in the first round of the SEC tournament in Hoover, Alabama. The Vols advanced to take on the 7-seed Arkansas in today's second round. The Razorbacks are the 12th-ranked team in the nation. First pitch is set for 5:30, or following the conclusion of today's second-round matchup between Florida and Vanderbilt. Major League Baseball for your Wednesday, 3 o'clock. Rangers are at the Rockies, 3:40. Diamondbacks host the Giants. White Sox take on the Mariners at 4. At 6:45, the Marlins host the Braves. Guardians visit the Tigers. Nationals face the Mets. 7 o'clock, Blue Jays visit the Yankees. 7:45, Royals host the Red Sox. Brewers visit the Cubs. Cardinals take on the Pirates. Padres get the Dodgers at 8:40. At 9:40, the Angels face the Athletics. Western Conference Finals continue in the NBA playoffs tonight. The Thunder host the Spurs at 8:30. San Antonio leads the series 1-0. And the Western Conference Finals and the Stanley Cup playoffs begin tonight. Avalanche host the Golden Knights for Game 1 at 8. I'm Joel Silverberg.
Vol Nation, big news for collectors. Sports Treasures, one of the largest and most trusted sports card and memorabilia stores in the South, has expanded. After nearly 40 years on North Broadway, Sports Treasures has opened a brand new location in Farragut, right across from Farragut High School. Find hobby boxes, singles, autographs, Tennessee Vol collectibles, memorabilia, man cave decor, and of course, the famous chip case collectors love. Follow Sports Treasures on Facebook for updates on the new Farragut location. Sports Treasures, collect the memories, treasure the moments.
Join the Eric H. Show with Brian Rice this Friday from 9 to noon at Rusty Wallace Kia of Knoxville on Callahan Drive. Stop by and meet the guys and see the all-new Kia Tellurides. Only at Rusty Wallace Kia of Knoxville this Friday with 99.1 The Sports Animal.
Join Josh and Swain Friday at Tyler Brothers Farm Equipment in Maryville, 1832 West Lamar Alexander Parkway, next door to Smoky Mountain Harley-Davidson. At Tyler Brothers, the variety of farm, lawn, and construction equipment is second to none. Come find yours noon to 3 this Thursday in Maryville at Tyler Brothers Farm Equipment.
You've probably never heard of Lancaster, Tennessee. It's where I grew up on our family's farm.
Now tell them the whole story, John.
That's Chelsea, my wife. And what she means is I'm the 8th generation to grow up on our farm in Smith County.
And our boys make generation number 9.
I grew crops on this land, and I grew 2 great businesses.
Now John's growing a movement in his campaign for governor.
Tennessee needs a governor with CEO experience, someone tough like Trump.
Even President Trump tells people John is fantastic, and he really is.
President Trump makes tough decisions. That's what CEOs do, and it's what I'll do as governor. With our cities booming and people moving into our state like crazy, our governor will have to make tough decisions to keep Tennessee conservative.
A CEO who's tough like Trump. Yep, that's what we need, even if I am a little biased.
I'm John Rose. I'm asking for your support.
Pretty good for a farm boy, isn't it? Paid for by John Rose for governor.
Got old jewelry tucked away in a drawer? Bring it to TK Wheeler Jewelers and turn it into cash. TK Wheeler buys diamonds, precious metals, and gemstones. From broken chains and single earrings to old charms, class rings, watches, even coin collections. You already trust TK Wheeler for stunning custom designs and expert jewelry repair. Now imagine the quality of their payouts. Stop by TK Wheeler Jewelers today and find out what your old or broken jewelry is really worth. South Illinois Avenue in Oak Ridge or TKWheelerJewelers.com.
Knoxville, get ready to light the fire. TMG Fest is bringing together championship pitmasters from around the country for a full day of live fire cooking, barbecue smoke-offs, food samples, demos, music, and games, all under a covered patio, rain or shine. You taste, you judge, and you decide who takes home the bragging rights. TMG Fest, Saturday, May 23rd, 2 to 9 p.m. at the Hardin Valley Event Center in Knoxville. Get tickets now at tmgfest.com.
It's time now for Retirement Minute with the host of More Living, Jim Brogan.
One of the biggest mistakes people make is assuming retirement planning starts at retirement. In reality, the earlier you create a strategy, the more options you give yourself later. This week, take 15 minutes to review 3 things. 1, how much you're currently saving. 2, whether your investments still match your goals. And number 3, do you know your actual retirement income target? Retirement isn't just about building wealth, it's about creating dependable income and confidence for the future. Small adjustments today can make a major difference over the next 10 to 20 years. So if you haven't reviewed your plan recently, now is a great time to start. And that is your Retirement Minute for this week.
Thanks, Jim. Visit Jim online at broganfinancial.com.
This report is sponsored by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration.
You think a ticket for not wearing your seatbelt is the worst that could happen until you get in a crash. Suddenly, a ticket doesn't seem so bad. Click it, or ticket. Paid for by NHTSA.
Temperatures warm into the upper 80s for the day, but a cold front approaches, which will bring us chances of scattered to isolated showers and thunderstorms as we head into the afternoon. This will continue into a wet pattern for the remainder of your work week, which will give us beneficial rain that we need to alleviate the drought and slightly cooler temperatures in the low 80s. From the WVLT First Alert Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Megan Desmal.
Need a new shingle roof? Creative Metal Systems offers expert installation with a commitment to quality since 1997. Get guaranteed long-term protection. Visit CreativeMetalSystems.com now and schedule your free no-hassle quote. That's CreativeMetalSystems.com.
Josh and Swain is brought to you by Junk Be Gone. Rent any dumpster at regular rate and get 2 extra days free. Junk Be Gone, the bee's knees of junk removal for 2 decades.
This is Josh and Swain. Thanks for being with us. Presented by Junk Be Gone. 865-656-9900. As conference spring meetings continue with the Big Ten meeting out in California, Swain, Tony Petitti doesn't talk publicly a ton. He did talk yesterday, I think for about an hour, and as you would expect, the college football playoff came up.
He was on TV, you say?
I actually haven't seen video. I've seen the print stories.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, that's okay.
I'm being goofy.
Petitti said that their focus on support is of a 24-team college football playoff, and if they don't go to a 24-team playoff, then the second plan would be to stay at 12. He said, quote, "We've had 0 conversations about 16. Plan B is what we have now. We would stay with what we have now if the Big Ten and the SEC cannot come to an agreement on a format of a 24-team playoff." So if the SEC digs in and refuses to agree to the 24-team playoff, then 16 is off the table according to the Big Ten commissioner, and they would stay at 12 as they did this year. They had this discussion a year ago, couldn't find a way to expand, so they stayed at 12. And Tony Petitti said yesterday, if we can't get to 24, we're not going to 16. 12 it will remain.
If you're the SEC, you can't do anything else, or I think it makes you look bad. Like, you've already went to 9 games. You already went to 9 games. And nothing changed with the number of teams in the playoffs. Big Ten said no. We want 24. Like, you can't try to meet them more in the middle that you already have by going to 9-game conference schedule. Like, you got to be the big boy. You got to be the power conference. You got to be the big dog. So I think we stay at 12, and I'm cool with that. Keep it at 12. Keep it at 12. That works with me. I would rather have it stay at 12 than 24, and I would prefer, I think the best place is 16. But keep it at 12. Cool, whatever.
So Petitti also explained why he doesn't think a 16-team playoff can work.
But he thinks a 24-team playoff can work.
Yes.
He tells how he really feels, or this is the answer that just sounds good?
Well, I'll lay out his counterpoints to a 16-team model, and you tell me what you think.
All right.
So Petitti said he doesn't think the economics of a 16-team field are feasible because conference championship games would likely still be eliminated, and he didn't think the playoff games would compensate for the lost revenue. Petitti said he only sees 2 ways a 16-team playoff works. All 16 teams play the first round with no byes, and that decreases motivation to play in a conference championship game without the winner earning a bye. Or, he said, the bracket could feature the top 2 teams earning first-round byes. Number 16 would face number 13, number 15 versus 14, etc. Without conference championship games, Petitti said the Power 4 conferences would lose collectively more than $200 million of championship game revenue. Quote, "I just don't think it works economically." He also said he doesn't think it works scheduling-wise.
Oh, yeah, he laid it out. I mean, he gave a very detailed point of, he laid out his opinion very, very thoroughly. And like we've heard other people say they prefer a 2014 playoff, but they didn't lay it out like this. They didn't give you the points and the reasons why, like Petitti just did.
Yeah, we've just known at this point, as far as I am aware, that they were in favor of a 24. I haven't seen the counterpoints. Now, previously the talk had been that the Big Ten would be okay going to 16 with the agreement of an eventual expansion to 24. Right now, it appears Petitti is pushing back on that, but Ward Manuel, the athletic director at Michigan, said he would be fine starting at 16 as long as there's an agreement to get to the number 24. So I do wonder, is there still the possibility of doing a 16-team playoff in the meantime, maybe as you transition out of the conference title games? I don't know. But the word from Tony Petitti, the commissioner of the Big Ten, a conference that does seem to be more aligned in its stance than the SEC. Tony Petitti said they are taking a hard-nosed stance on a 16-team playoff. Quote, "We've had zero conversation about 16. Plan B is what we have now. We would stay with what we have now if they can't come to an agreement on a 24-team college football playoff." So that's where things stand coming out of the Big Ten spring meetings, with the SEC spring meetings scheduled for next week.
SEC championship game revenue, we said it was roughly $50 million, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's what they bring in. Because I look at Greg Sankey, and it seems like he doesn't want to let that go, which is why he is in favor of 16 rather than 24, which 24 all but guarantees that all the conference championship games go away. So now I want to know, all right, what's the Big Ten making from, their Big Ten, championship game? Now, that's my next question, because it seems like Greg Sankey cares more about that championship game, the conference championship game, than Petitti. And at this stage of college football, it has less appeal. It has less shine to it. I mean, it's another game that we watch because it's on, and it's two good teams, two of the better teams in the conference.
But the lead up during the week, there's more conversation about should we be playing these games versus who's going to win the games.
Absolutely. It just feels like we're holding on by a thread, trying to keep this game going, knowing that it's probably best to let it go. So from the standpoint of, okay, the revenue, the structure of the playoffs, what's fair, what makes sense, I mean, the 2014 playoff makes sense. It's just unnecessary to have 24 teams in college football to go determine the national championship. Like, it's just unnecessary. But I get the structure of it. It's clean. It's probably more clean than a 16-team playoff.
Then again, also at the same time, we'll continue to ask, what do the TV networks say? Because they're going to have a lot to say in this as well. So, meetings continue, discussions and debates continue around the college football playoff. To stay at 12, to expand to 24, maybe 16, but probably not. Spring meetings continue. We continue with one segment to go. The conference tournaments continue in baseball. At the top of the fourth now, Florida leads Vanderbilt 3-0. Florida, the home team in that game. Florida leads 3-0 against Vandy, with Tennessee and Arkansas scheduled for 5:30 this afternoon in Hoover. Also in the SoCon, ETSU leads UNC Greensboro 4-3, bottom of the fourth. Final segment of Josh and Swain's coming up next.
Spring cleaning is in full swing, and if you're hosting a graduation party or family get-togethers, Zero Res can help you get your home ready. Get carpets cleaned for just $35 per room and stairs for only $35 as well, plus 50% off the standard price. Plus, how about another $50 off air duct cleaning? No soap, no residue, no harsh chemicals, just deeper clean that lasts longer. Appointments are filling up fast, so visit the website, ZeroResKnoxville.com. ZeroResKnoxville.com to book today.
Join the Eric Ainge Show live from 9 to noon this Thursday at Better Mattress, 9314 Kingston Pike. Come by and register to win Savannah Banana tickets, a chance to score a 4-pack this Thursday. We'll see you at Better Mattress.
Did you know there's a local Geico office in your area? It's true. Hi, I'm Brian Chapman, your local Geico agent here in Knoxville. My team and I are committed to helping you with all your insurance needs. So come visit my local Geico office on Kingston Pike today.
Want to create a beautiful outdoor space? Call Tennessee Deck and Fence. We're your local deck and fence experts. We offer a no-pressure approach so you can relax as our team works with you to design a deck or fence that perfectly suits your needs and style. We use only the highest quality materials and expert craftsmanship to ensure a long-lasting, beautiful product. Call us today, 865-304-0955, or you can visit TennesseeDeckandFence.com for a free consultation. Let's create a backyard you're going to love.
If you have unfiled taxes or are in debt to the IRS, this is important news. Did you know the IRS has programs specifically designed to help people struggling with tax debt? Powerful tax assistance programs that can save you thousands if you qualify. No one knows these programs better than the experts at Optima Tax Relief, America's most trusted tax resolution firm, A-rated by the Better Business Bureau. Their award-winning tax attorneys and licensed professionals have resolved over $3 billion of tax debt for their clients. One call to Optima can start the process, helping to put an end to your worries about wage garnishment, asset seizure, and other aggressive IRS actions. Find the best options to solve your tax problems. Call the experts at Optima Tax Relief today for a free consultation.
Call 800-410-6744. 800-410-6744. 800-410-6744.
Optima Tax Relief. Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
This spring, art comes alive in the streets of Knoxville. Join us for Knox Wall's Murals and Music Festival, presented by Dogwood Arts, Saturday, May 30th at Emery Place in North Knox. Watch muralists go head-to-head in a one-day painting competition. Enjoy live music from local and regional favorites. 2 artists will win permanent mural commissions to leave their mark on Knoxville. Knox Wall's Murals and Music Festival, free and open to the public. Visit dogwoodarts.com for details.
Brought to you in part by The Sports Animal.
Did you know about 1 in 3 people with plaque psoriasis may also develop psoriatic arthritis, which causes joint pain, stiffness, and swelling? Does this sound like you? Listen to what it sounds like to be a million miles away. Tremfya guselkumab, taken by injection, is a prescription medicine for adults with moderate to severe plaque psoriasis who may benefit from taking injections or pills or phototherapy, and for adults with active psoriatic arthritis. Serious allergic reactions and increased risk of infections and liver problems may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check you for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, or if you need a vaccine. Imagine being a million miles away. Explore what's possible. Ask your doctor about Tremfya. Visit Tremfya.com or call 1-800-526-7736.
Get breaking fall news on your text. To sign up, text VOLS to 865-656-9900 right now.
Final segment of Josh and Swain. Thanks for being with us. Tomorrow we will be at the Bed Store, Kingston Pike, and the Bed Store locations around town are going to have a great opportunity for you. Savannah Banana tickets for this upcoming weekend, Swain. We'll be live from 12 until 3 at the Kingston Pike Bed Store location tomorrow. Tennessee baseball will play this afternoon. Orange script, jersey, gray pants.
That's right.
Is it an orange lid?
Yep, according to Tennessee baseball and their Twitter account, orange lid with the white power T.
Swain, Aaron Rodgers has confirmed this will be his final NFL season. Story to ESPN.com went up during our last segment. Yes, this is it. Rodgers said when he was asked if this would be his final NFL season. It will be his second season with the Pittsburgh Steelers. He is reunited with his former head coach in Green Bay, as Mike McCarthy is the head coach of the Steelers. So Aaron Rodgers, who is 42, he'll turn 43 in December, said this will be his final NFL season.
I'm trying to see if I can package what I really want to say, what I probably need to say, and I'm having a hard time. So I'm just going to say what I'm going to say without packaging it, okay?
I'm ready.
I don't care. I don't care about Aaron Rodgers. I'm tired of hearing about Aaron Rodgers, whether he's going to show up or not show up, or okay, man, it's your last season. I thought last year was your last season.
As did he.
Let us know when you finally made a decision, okay?
Isn't it strange how comparable the path of Aaron Rodgers' career is to Brett Favre's? Now, Aaron ends up in Pittsburgh, not Minnesota, but the eventual exit, not on the best of terms from Green Bay, going to the New York Jets, yearly questions, are you going to play again or not?
Josh, for him to only have one Super Bowl ring and only appeared one time too, is really disappointing when you look at his talent. Like, think about all the quarterbacks that we've seen over the last quarter century. Not many possess the same skill set as Aaron Rodgers. And they played for multiple Super Bowls. And the reason why is because although he's a really good talent, the other stuff that it takes to be a really good quarterback, like the whole leadership thing and galvanizing a locker room, like that just really wasn't his thing the entirety of his career. And it's crazy to me that someone that had better tools than Peyton Manning is in this position of, like, at this stage of his career. Like, man, the dude went to the Jets and wasn't that good. Wasn't that good the past year with the Steelers. Guys with his type of talent are supposed to have better careers, to me, like in terms of like team success. Like, I know he had his MVPs, but team success, guys with his talent are supposed to have more wins in the postseason.
Yeah, team postseason success, because they won a ton of regular season games.
Yeah, postseason success.
But had too many postseason letdowns.
It's just weird to me. Now, he is the Bears' daddy. Yeah, hey, I ain't going to dispute that at all. But, again, like, it's just when you saw young Aaron Rodgers beat the Steelers in the Super Bowl, you just knew, like, this is the first of many. At least he's going to be back a couple times. He may not win it, but he's going to be back a couple times. Maybe a multi-time winner. Like, he was supposed to have the career that Patrick Mahomes is having.
Yeah.
When you look at just the talent.
From a talent standpoint, Aaron Rodgers is top tier. He has 4 MVPs.
You have the talent,
yeah,
and you have the stability within the organization. You're supposed to have more success.
Swain, we'll close out the show kind of full circle, just like it is for Aaron Rodgers' career with Mike McCarthy. Start of the show, I got called a boomer. Nathan in the text box with our conversation, I think coming out of the playoff, he said, I'm not saying all of this mess is Josh's fault, but none of it was happening before he was on the air. What'd I do?
What mess?
I think the playoff. No, there are a lot of messes out there, but I think that's what he's talking about.
You've been on the air for a long time.
Quite a while. Too long, some have said.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't see why it's your fault.
I apologize.
Why are we blaming you?
Swain, it's time to graduate to Thursday.
That's what we're going to do, my man.
We are out of time today. Joel Silverberg producing. Thank you as always. Thank you for hanging out with us today. We're back tomorrow at noon on Josh and Swain.
Hi, I'm David Brewster, owner of Aqua Clear Water Systems. The next